Fucking A. Now I don't know which roll 20 to click on. Oops. Oh, I fucked up. I'm gonna delete this, and maybe that'll fix it. Sorry, freaking, OBS is deciding it's gonna be a dick.
Stress.
I'm putting a picture of this ring in the Inferno chat. Because Thrash wears this ring as well, because that's what I've just randomly decided now.
I'm gonna make that my theme song. It's just gonna be Stress is the name of the game. What up, nerd?
Hi, Betty.
Oh. Nice.
I got some ibuprofen, Betty.
Hello, everybody. It is I, Nero. God, somebody please tell me if I'm too loud.
You should be fine. At the moment. Are you cutting up for him?
Uh-huh.
Okay. My nose is itching. I hate allergies.
You just say Fennec is busy.
Hello, Mizuki.
Fennec is cutting pieces of pizza up for small human, so he will be.
Hello, love.
Hi, Night Hunter.
Hi, Mizuki.
Have fun.
Mizuki, pencil at the ready. She waits.
Can you just put him in here?
She's selling the belt.
Okay, well, I can get to the pelt in a moment. Shite. Needy today.
Ori, I want you to know that there's something coming with me from the previous game.
Oh, God.
The oranges?
The Three Stooges will be here.
No.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hate that I even did that.
You gave them to him, and now you must...
So, Chat and Schmoogan, since you were not around for this.
What's up? Musashi.
Hi, I'm Musashi. So, what happened was in the previous Saturday campaign before we decided to rehash it. They were still in the Fae realms, and of course, due to Fae fuckery, things happen. So they were sitting at breakfast, and Nero's character decided he was going to investigate the oranges at the table in the Fae King's room. And the oranges all had faces. Well, the first one he picked up was the Billy Mays orange. Which he promptly stabbed through the head. So then
Billy Mays here.
You did my boy dirty.
And then he picked up 3 more oranges, and they were the Three Stooges, and he carries them around and talks to them. The catch is, no one else can see these oranges' faces or hear them talk. They only talk and show their faces to him.
Oh my god.
So everyone thinks he's batshit crazy for sitting in the middle of the fucking road talking to these fucking oranges.
That's just silly.
He's carrying them over, and I'm gonna allow this fuckery. Why not?
Fae fuckery!
That's my favorite term.
Fae fuckery.
That needs to be like an emote.
Fae fuckery.
What is this fae fuckery?
Magnus is happy. There we go.
Alright.
Alright.
Orange, you glad? Oh, mushy.
My boy.
Orange, you glad I'm here?
Billy Mays! Ah!
Billy Mays, cease!
Fae fuckery is my passive ability, Batty. I love you. Batty's the best boy.
He is.
Okay, let me make sure this is on the player screen and not the GM screen so I don't fuck up. And... oh shit, no, I didn't mean to exit the game.
Alright.
And God has abandoned us, just like that.
Thrash takes over everything.
Hey,
God has fled.
Hi, Mythosia.
Hi, my favorite Aussie.
God has fled the premises. Take over everything. Disregard your surroundings.
Disrespect your surroundings!
Everybody dance now.
Bum, bum, bum,
Dum,
bum,
dum,
bum.
dum, dum.
Sup, my bitches. Alright, KFC. Is that a Kentucky joke, Glenn? I feel like that was a Kentucky joke.
I'm such a fucking nerd.
I mean, Nero, we're playing D&D.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. We're playing D&D. My desk looks like One Piece exploded on it right now.
Oh, I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 D&D books laying around me, 2 bags of dice, my quest book, and Alenza's character sheet.
Give me one moment. I'll be right back.
Woo. Yup.
Oh my god, I hear an angel!
Angel. Yes.
Hey, Sanji.
Chaotic trickster of doom, maybe, but not an angel.
Chaotic evil trickster cleric.
Little baby! Little baby!
Alright, whenever Nero gets back, we'll get started.
Back here, Nero. I have plans.
Before Smoogs gets too distracted by Babu.
Now, Smoogs is already, we're starting
Oh,
off-
I'm already gone.
Yeah, Smoog is already, about to go to another room with Aldrich, so.
Yeah.
Poor Aldrich.
Why poor?
Already getting seduced by the Smoogs.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, but that means Depth can't get punched by him. Damn it.
Oh, he will come back. I mean, what? Smoogs isn't gonna keep him in the room all night. Aldrich's got things to do. This is just a distraction.
Fair enough.
Werewolf Boy's got shit to do.
See, I was not.
We don't know-
relationship between Thrash and-
We don't know about Spoons' stamina.
He's got good. He's good. It's good.
You stay away from it.
He's good.
He may have a smoker's voice, but he doesn't have smoker's lungs.
Nope.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna leave this emote in the chat.
Hey.
Exactly.
Damn it. Nero, come back.
Nero,
No.
please. I have plans.
We have plans.
I have plans that need to come to fruition.
Between Spoons, Thrash, and Depth,
You guys,
Crowder's gonna have such a
you
headache.
guys are gonna drive Alenza to an early grave, and she's an elf. She doesn't have an early grave.
Yeah, an elf of her particular faith too.
Speaking of Thrash, is he gonna come this section?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, because Nero's here.
Awesome.
Alright, I'm sorry. I'm back.
Oh sweet, it's the orc.
Okay, we've got combat later, so I want to go ahead and get started, though I don't have to end it mid-combat, because I do have to work tonight.
Oh.
Alright. Hi, chat.
Also, did you ever figure out how to do the highlights thing to upload to YouTube?
No, I haven't sat down to do that yet. I need to actually sit down and do that. I will try to do that tomorrow. Because they're still
Thank
the
you.
other VOD is still up.
Yay!
So.
I just don't want them to go away. I want to keep them in my heart forever.
Okay, is there Hawk? No, you're not sitting down yet. Okay. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and yeah. Okay.
You got the remote.
I do have the remote. Oh, it's the TV stop, that's why you're asking. Come on, trolls.tv type thing. Okay. So
Trolls.exe has began.
Oh, go.
he's watching Trolls.
Go. Sophia.
Okay,
Go.
so last session you guys were in the arena for this competition that didn't finish because someone replaced all the lions with hellhounds.
So they don't harass it.
And so you guys killed one of the hellhound puppies, and Spoons decided to tame the mama pup and the big pup. And
They're mine now.
so Smoogs has 2 hellhounds and a werewolf. So after they were finished dealing with the hounds, a paladin and her, I guess the city guards
papa.
came in and went to come deal with it, and they had already tamed the hellhounds, which they then took away and put into a cage to figure out what to do with. You get back to the mayor's manor. Mayor is drunk and sweet, precious, stressed out dwarf man, and he gets plastered, so he's useless. Alenza and Aldrich go to track where maybe the hellhounds came from, found a summoning circle that was elvish and abyssal, and they couldn't really find another trail, so they went back to the the mayor's house, in which Spoons asked Aldrich to go do things later, and we ended on Aldrich and Alenza doing a summoning circle to relay all the information to their boss. So we will resume back in the same place, because I wanted to resume back where we left off, just because I left off on the summoning circle thing. Alright, so you guys are... Depth, you are in the, I guess, still in the common room with Alenza and Aldrich, and Spoons, you are already in Aldrich's bedroom.
Yeah.
Fennec is somewhere in the area. Our lovely armored friend is pretending to be a suit of armor until he's needed again. And Crawled is asleep, we'll say.
Okay.
For now. You guys are in the room with Alenza and Aldrich, who are writing the summoning circle on the table, and they've written it in their own blood, and they've said their little chants over it. Alenza has removed her cloak and her upper body armor, and you guys see that her arms have tattoos up and down them, and a few of the tattoos appear like they're moving, like they're some sort of arcane tattoo. One of them looks to be moon cycles.
Ooh.
And you guys hear a voice just echo out of just through the room from nowhere, seemingly, possibly from the summoning circle. And it's an older male's voice, an elderly sounding male. What have you learned, my children? And then you see Alenza kind of like straighten up. Oh, it worked. Like, oh, okay, boss is talking now. We gotta talk.
The reception here's great.
The reception here is fabulous. Not you. Someone has started summoning hellhounds, and Mortalis knows what else. What would you have us do? Track them down and bring them to the Grey Keep, alive if possible, but they are still useful dead. Use your talents, both of you, and like you get the feeling that whatever this voice is like sitting in a room somewhere, pointing between the two of them. Like they're there but they're not. At this point, Aldrich sits up and signs to the circle and sits back. And the voice talks back. It can see him signing, and there is no trail. You're positive, and Aldrich signs again. I see. In that case, I give you permission to use what you have at your disposal. Good evening, my children. And the circle just goes dead, and Alenza's just like, goodbye, master.
You gotta follow.
I did get a follower. Who be?
I know it had dat at the beginning, and I think quail. I don't know. It went away.
Dat Quail, thanks for the follower. Alright.
What was that quail?
So, Alenza rolls up the sleeves of her shirt and starts cleaning the blood up off the table, and Aldrich helps out before he gets up and starts to walk to his room.
Oh yes. He sees when he gets in there, he sees me rolling around on the bed, like, oh man, these sheets are great. Oh, hi. Like I wasn't expecting to come in. I was just kind of occupying myself by rolling around on the bed. I didn't jump on it, I swear.
Aldrich just looks at you and he starts to sign something, but then he realizes you're illiterate and
You roboted out. You're roboting.
Wrong. Sit down and finish your food.
Let me fix.
Sit down. Sit down.
Hello.
Better?
I think so.
Okay. I'm not Robot Man anymore. So Aldrich looks at you for a second, raises an eyebrow, and kind of like
Sit down.
starts to sign to you, like his response, but then he realizes that you're illiterate when it comes to sign language, so he just shakes his head.
I wish I had some paper with me. I make a mental note to self, get paper later.
Right. So, and then we'll say that kind of cuts to black.
Yeah, fade to black. Shit happens.
The rest of you can question what happened if you wish in the other room.
Okay, so
Because Alenza's still in there cleaning.
okay. So
Baby.
I guess maybe like an hour after all that shit goes down, Depth's eyes return back to normal, and he kind of his tattoo and all that stops glowing. He's just like, the fuck. Reaches up because the chair light's still in his head, isn't it?
Yeah.
What? Do I have to roll anything to yank it out, or can I just?
You know what? Yeah, roll me a strength check.
I don't know. Just flat strength.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 21.
Yeah,
Nice.
you have no problem pulling the chair leg out of your forehead.
Beck, what did you miss? Not much.
Just some fade to black.
Yeah, fade to black. Some exposition about the boss.
So you're pulling this chair leg out of your forehead.
Hi, Luffy.
Alenza's still in the room, isn't she?
Yeah, no, Alenza's still in the room cleaning up, and when she's done cleaning, she's just gonna make herself a cup of tea and just sit there like the posh bitch that she is.
The fuck am I?
She looks at you. You're at the mayor's manor where you've been all night after the arena, Mr. Fishman.
The mayor's child is very active in the back.
Yeah, apparently. I'm gonna pretend you didn't just tell me what you did, but alright, whatever.
What did I do to offend you, Mr. Fishman?
Do I look like one of them haughty tuna fuckers, do you? Not a Triton.
No, but you do look like you might. There are many different types of fishmen, so I've thought that maybe you were just another type of fishman, and, She just starts taking a sip out of her tea again.
Right.
Actually, you know what? I didn't roll for her perception just yet.
Oh, to see the thing.
Mm-hmm. What's her? Her perception.
I'd almost argue she wouldn't even need a perception roll. It's gigantic.
Oh, is
It's a
it
unicorn.
is it that big?
It's pretty big.
Okay, yeah, she sees it then, because she rolled a 16 anyway.
Yeah, and he doesn't hide it. Like he's not wearing a shirt, so it's clearly visible.
Alright, so she's talking to you, and then she pauses, like, mid-sip of her tea and just stares at you for a second.
Good food.
Her eyes are kind of, like, focused on your chest.
My
What?
eyes are up here.
Huh?
Nothing, sorry.
Mr. Fishman, may I ask what that is on your chest?
I mean, you can ask. Doesn't mean I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, I don't believe that I need you to tell me exactly what it is. I just want confirmation that I'm looking at what I'm looking at.
Probably exactly what you think it is, isn't it?
You're being watched. That's all. Now,
I mean, clearly I am. You're the one looking at me.
Just don't let Aldrich see it. You might not make it out of the room. And at this point,
Yeah, your
huh?
names. Nothing.
Did I do something?
No.
All right. So at this point, in about an hour or so, as they're talking, it's already been like an hour or so since Aldrich and Spoons have disappeared. So Aldrich, oops, shite, dice are falling. Hi guys. Yeah. At this point, Alenza's ready to go to bed, so she just kind of like dismisses you. She just gets up and walks away. And
I come out of the room, football hands, like grinning like a goof, and then I just flop onto the couch, go to sleep.
yeah. Alenza actually goes and she goes towards Aldrich's room actually, and shuts the door.
I think to myself, nice.
And you guys, if you don't have anything else for the night, you guys will wait until the next morning and go to sleep with your rest.
Depth is gonna go try to find the hellhounds.
Okay. So you get out of the manor and you go down to you walk around for a bit and you hear them growling and you hear something antagonizing them. You make your way to where the guards, the city watches at, and you see a trio of cages just sitting there. And two of them occupied by the hellhounds, and another one's occupied by a rather boisterous orc.
He's in a cage?
Okay.
It's a big cage.
Why is Thrash not in a cage?
Why is he in a cage?
Oi, you big fluffy bastards! Come on, come at me! Oh, that's right, you can't! You're in a fucking cage!
Why is he in a cage?
Why is Thrash not in a cage? That's the question.
Is what do I have to roll to see what this man is wearing?
Perception.
Okay. I am decent at that at 12. He's wearing clothes.
Nero, describe yourself.
So, Thrash,
Scale from 1 to 10.
Thrash, who's pretty big and is having a little bit of issues fitting in this cage, because they got him the biggest they could, but it's not quite big enough for him. Thrash is wearing some really snazzy clothing. If Depth is a seafaring person,
Yes.
isn't he? It's pretty obvious to Depth this is a pirate captain. You just can't tell from what crew this man would be the captain of. He's Ori, would he have his weapons? I wouldn't think he would.
No, they're inside the guard shack.
Thrash is big. He's about 7 feet tall. 7.5. He's muscular, but not in like the way your typical orc is. He's very lean in his size. And Ori, is it nighttime?
Yep.
Okay. Is the moon a thing?
Yes. Actually, let me see if it's clouded over or not. Hold on.
Yeah, because we need to ask
clouds.
that.
Yeah, because it's very.
It's somewhat cloudy right now, and the moon's kind of spotty, but it peaks out periodically for now. Yeah.
All right.
Is it on him or not?
I have an idea for this. So, Thrash is very obviously an orc from the left half of his body. The right half of his body is currently in the moonlight, and it is all skeleton on that half of his body. So it's a very interesting picture of this half-orc, half-skeleton man yelling at these dogs with half of his jaw very clearly visible and the other half concealed by flesh.
Skeleton man, skeleton man.
Yeah.
Guys, it's Skelly.
Huh. You know, I came down here to, how do you say, dispose of these things, but didn't expect a sight much like yours.
And is he saying this out loud, Ori? Should I roll
Yes,
a
he is.
perception to see if...
If
No,
he says he's
no,
saying it out loud, he's saying it out loud.
He's calling out to you, Thrash.
Alright. Thrash is gonna take a look over at this new voice that is addressing him. One very, very... I have to remember what color his eyes are. They're green. One very, very dark green eye staring at you, and one empty socket staring. And Thrash is gonna roll a perception and see how well I do. 23.
Whew. Okay.
What do I see?
So, you see a fairly muscular, what's his skin color? His, fairly muscular, like, sort of teal, water genasi. One of the first things that you probably notice about him is on his chest, like, fairly large, is a symbol of like a curved star with a blazing eye in the center. And he's sort of just kind of staring at you with this expression that kind of just doesn't tell you anything. It almost appears like he would be like he has like a dead expression, pretty much resting bitch face to the extreme. But he's and on his back is a glaive that's crafted out of like warped wood and with shells and coral. His back adorning it.
That symbol, Ori, would I roll history or arcana for?
Religion.
Religion? Yeah.
Alright. I don't know crap.
It looks familiar, but you don't know from where.
Yeah. Thrash will look at Depth, though he doesn't know his name. Interesting to see one of your kind here. What brings you so far from the sea?
Well, government and all that, don't exactly take kind to my kind of people.
Thrash looks at him. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. They don't take kind to me either, but, what brings you to my wonderful abode here? And he kind of violently rattles against the cage.
Rattles his bones.
You see, yeah. You see, I had some unfinished business with those, and he takes his glaive out and uses it to point at the hellhounds.
Thrash,
my dogs.
Thrash looks over at him. They're really fucking ugly. I'm not quite sure what kind of dog they are, but I think they've got, like, the mange? Is it okay? Should we put them down? Like,
Don't you fucking kill my dogs!
They don't look okay.
Honestly, I have no idea, but quite frankly, they attacked me, and then I didn't get to attack them back.
Thrash nods. That's a fair thing, Attack me, I kill you, loot your corpse, and leave. That's fair. Hey. By the way, name's Thrash.
Name's Depth myself.
Keep
it simple.
I heard a dice roll.
You did hear a dice roll. Keep going.
Thrash looks at the hellhounds and then over to Depth again. Would you it's a little bit would you mind getting me the fuck out of this cage, please?
Well, I figured the cage is locked.
Oh yeah, I mean
Thrash kind of rattles against the cage.
Look like?
it's
Is it like a padlock or an internal lock?
both, because they don't trust him to not get out, because he's a dirty pirate.
Okay.
So Yeah, it's got that cage has the both locks on it. The Hellhound cage just has the padlock and chain on it.
Thrash is currently raking his skeletal arm along like the bars of the cage. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Please get me out of here. It's very small.
I have to check something. Okay, I do. Is there any way I could, like, try to use a crowbar to try to pry the fucking door open?
Roll strength.
Okay. Crowbar does give me advantage on strength checks.
Okay.
Or do you know? Okay.
Wait,
oh,
Ori.
nutcase,
Ori.
thank you for the host.
Ori, I have to ask. So I don't have my weapon. Would I have any of, like, my items? Might I have slipped away something?
Whoops. 13.
Like the oranges, or...
The oranges and mayhaps a hammer?
like just a regular hammer, or like warhammer?
Yeah, I just have a hammer. Should I slide a hand that?
Yeah. Yeah, you got your damn hammer.
All right, sweet. So, Thrash is gonna look at the door as Depth is trying to pry it open, and he's just gonna like sort of skeletal arm reach into his jacket and pull out a hammer. This might help.
Why do I just picture him with his skeleton finger and sliding it into the lock?
Skeleton key.
Thrash attempted.
Yeah, that's right.
As Thrash sticks his hand into his jacket to grab his hammer, Thrash faintly hears the Three Stooges. Yeah, what's he doing now? God, don't fucking eat us! Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucking oranges, I swear to God.
Thrash then hands the hammer to Depth and then opens his jacket. Shut up in there, damn it!
Thanks for the bit, gamer.
Oh, no, wait. That's unfortunately not a nat 20, but it is a 21. I'm trying to... Does Depth hear Thrash talking to his jacket?
Yeah, you hear it, but you...
Yeah, I said it out loud, so...
Okay, whatever. I guess I'll try to use the hammer to just break the chain.
Yeah.
Fair.
So that'll... Just like a flat strength check?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a fucking 7.
You
God
chip
damn
it, and it makes some noise. That Nero yelling makes noise.
I'm gonna roll a perception to see if anybody heard that noise.
I need to get a dice trace on my dice roll.
Fuck!
You don't think anybody heard it. You think you're some slick shit.
Oh yeah, I'm the king. Stealthy as hell.
Nobody could have heard that.
Depth is getting very angry at this and gonna go into a rage to get advantage on strength check.
Okay.
Try to smash the fucking lock. Okay, come on, roll it. Fucking god damn it!
You chip a link, but it's still loud. At this point, Fennec, you definitely heard this wherever you're at. Because you're outside. The guards in the guard shack directly next to where the cages are obviously also hear him screaming more so than usual, and chains being banged on. And you can hear some rustling inside.
I'm gonna do something.
So, real quick, is this in like a cellar, basement, or what?
No, they're in cages outside the guards building.
Oh. Okay.
Fuck! Oh, get them all!
I like this Thrash.
Get them all out of the
Double
way
fives.
now. Thrash says out loud, "There's nothing going on out here. I'm certainly not being busted out of prison."
Wow.
Fennec is like casually
It is
leaning
just
against
the cage
nearby
rumbling. I am a large orc in a small cage.
I got a big head and little arms.
Fat guy's a
Plan
little
was very well thought out.
Master?
Alright, so would my character in his rest mode notice this at all?
Um, no, you're not close enough. You're still inside the manor. However, one of the guards is gonna go get Alenza.
Fuck.
They don't come out to you immediately. They just sit and watch because they want to see what happens.
And Fennec
My
is
kind of
likewise on the
guards,
sidelines,
Jesus.
just watching in disbelief as these two like broad
Thrash,
middle of
Thrash
the
is
street trying to break each other out.
Thrash is gonna look to Death. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, right? So, I need you to use that crowbar on the door. While you do that, I'm gonna ram it really hard, and maybe it'll just pop off.
Oh my gentle lord.
I love Thrash so much.
I do too.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, give me a moment. My fucking shit.
Do, 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 do. Ladies and gentlemen, Crimes featuring Thrash Bloodfeet.
Orc
I
crimes.
love how my chat is being filled with gripples and tubs.
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
so-
wait. Ori.
Hmm.
Is this a port city?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, let me pull the map on, sorry. I'll have to do it from the DM screen, hold on. Oh yeah, Schmoogs, you have a sword now.
Oh shit! Dude, thank you! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
I just need to know where I'm at. Also, if we are in a port city, I have a backup plan.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Hold on, let me pull so the world map I'm pulling up is for the Monday game. It's for their country, but the country you guys are in then is in the top right or is in the top left corner. I just haven't drawn the full part of the country yet, so you guys will be on the little peninsula, like the big peninsula that you see.
All right.
Like right. Give me the right here.
All right. Sweet.
What? I heard notification. What was that?
All right.
By
Wonderful.
hosted by Equinox.
Equinox, thank you for the host. Nutcase Equinox, thank you for the hosts.
Okay, so anyways, to enact this plan, I'm figuring I need to roll another strength check.
Yep.
Okay.
Fennec is fiddling with
Fucking
her
22.
Jesus.
Fennec is fiddling with her thieves' tools in the meanwhile, just watching with.
All right. Now I am also going to roll a strength check. Here we go. Lowest stat. An 8.
Okay, so sorry, my throat just got all like, damn it. The joys of Hashimoto's disease.
Oh no.
My fucking thyroid's been swollen up for like the past 3 days, so my voice
Oh,
like goes
no.
out on me.
Yeah.
So like I'm constantly swallowing, trying to get it to not. So Depth, you managed to break the internal lock, but the chain is still there. Thrash, you just kind of dent the door a bit.
Wonderful.
Okay. So, I guess taking up that
Again!
hammer. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess taking up the hammer if there's time.
Hey, Ori, just let me know when things get interesting inside of the building I'm in, so I can be a part of this.
You see this guard come walking in with this like, not again face, because like apparently this is a common thing where the prisoners try to play like jailbreak in the outside cages. He comes
Whoa!
walking
How many
in.
people get put in cages here? What kind of fucking city is this?
You're not a part of this conversation.
It's a small port city. They don't have like jail cells. They've got cages outside, like with gallows and like stockades. So you're not in the stockade. That's probably where you're going next. So the guard walks in with this like motherfuck face, and he like goes and knocks on Alenza's and Aldrich's door and wakes them up, and Alenza just mutters something unintelligible in Elvish and throws her sword on her hip and just doesn't even bother putting her armor on. She's just in like a shirt and trousers and her shoes and just walks out there and starts
God,
heading
no.
that way.
Oh no.
So my character is gonna stop her on her way out and be like, "Is there something wrong?"
No, just no. just bloody pirates again. Just go back to sleep. And she just walks out.
My character actually is gonna roll insight on that. Because bloody pirates is never a good thing.
But she's also not in armor too, so like, yeah, this is apparently, so she's not stationed in the town. She just is there on business right now and helping out the mayor, but apparently pirates are a common issue, and they're usually not very good pirates, so she's not really concerned. so hence the no armor and just wearing her sword and her clothing, so she just leaves, and Aldrich doesn't even get out of bed. He's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna sleep, she can deal with it. So she's not terribly concerned about the one pirate in the cage that can't get out.
All right.
I'm gonna roll a d20 for myself, decide if I go or not. I'm following.
Okay, we'll go back to Thrash and then she's not there yet.
Thrash is gonna look at depth. All right. Once more with more feeling. Come on, man. Put your back into it for the pride of the ocean. And Thrash is just gonna fucking kick the door as hard as he can.
Why do I feel like the next words out of your mouth are gonna be part of the ship, part of the crew?
Mm.
No.
Fuck! Thrash kicks the door and manages to stub his toe. Fuck!
My internet's being a shit again,
Do you want me to
but
roll for
I
you?
rolled an 11. No, I rolled an 11. Yeah.
Between the pair of you, you managed to get the chain loose, but it's not completely off yet, so it'll take probably another hit.
Fennec takes the opportunity to walk over with a grin on her face and looks at Thrash and just asks, "What's it worth?"
Thrash looks at Fennec.
And you two don't know each other yet. We're not going with the same storyline as last time.
Thrash looks at Fennec. Do you like gold?
Do you have my ear?
Do you like making a lot of gold forever?
Do you like weed?
No.
Still listening.
Thrash just lifts this, like, reaches into his jacket and pulls up this really weird coin on a necklace. If you get me out of here, I can get you money for eternity. And he just tucks it back into his jacket. Thrash, you get the sense Thrash is absolutely serious about eternity. You're just not quite sure what eternity entails. It is also still pretty noticeable that half of him is a skeleton.
She looks at her thieves' tools, looks at Thrash, looks at the coin, or where the coin was for a moment, puts her thieves' tools back and says, "You know, I could probably get a lot more money once you get out of the cage just by catching you again."
Thrash looks at her. Yeah, you could. Alternatively, you can get me out of this cage, we can go back to my ship, and I can just give you a big fat, stack of gold. 13 on both sides.
You are not persuasive this campaign.
No.
So am I rolling a insight on that, I guess?
Yeah.
Fennec pretty much just laughs.
Nah.
Fuck! Thrash is gonna try something.
Gerblin pirate.
Thrash is gonna look at the chains. God give me a natural 20. Thrash is gonna look at the chains. Look here, you little shits! Fucking break off and let me out! Fuck!
I got a 14.
The chains, kind of quiver a bit as you intimidate them. But...
Wait, no. I have a proficiency in, wait, let me look, because I think
forget.
it's either this level or the next level that I get, advantage on intimidation. It's next level, fuck! Yeah.
Oh, that's level 4, isn't it, right? Imposing figure.
Yeah, it's level 4.
Fuck it.
Really?
Depth is just gonna drop the hammer and try to break the chains with his hands.
Is it
I'm
like
just having this
where are you
mental
seeing-
image of like a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to be continued, and you just see Thrash screaming at this pile of chains.
Nero, isn't that level 2 though, or 3 rather?
I think it says level 4 on his.
It's level, yeah, it's level 4 because at level 4 when I'm wearing my clothing, I can't be put, I can't be put at disadvantage.
You've got
and-
menacing, you have proficiency in intimidation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he was saying advantage. Also,
Yeah,
I
no,
think
he's got-
I think
he-
that level 4. Yeah, I think that level 4 you don't get advantage on it. You just can't be put at a disadvantage.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright, so yeah, the chains quiver a bit, and then when depth goes for them again, they kind of just fall off. And at this point, Alenza's visible.
Okay.
Thrash stops. Fuck! Everybody, hide! Fuck! Thrash fucking throws himself against the side of the cage, and there is now just a skeleton in the cage, and he like slumps down. I'm dead.
She rolled a nat
Oh.
20.
Hold on. Wait. Actually, I don't think I can
She rolled a nat 20.
because you
There's
already
no...
rolled. Well, yeah. You already rolled for it because I was about to do a spell. I mean,
Okay.
Even my monk sees your through your stealth check of being a skeleton.
Alenza walks up
Well,
and... Go ahead, Depth.
well, before she rolled, I was gonna put a hex on her to force disadvantage on wisdom. But if you already rolled, then I guess it's not worth it. So up to you on that ruling. I guess he would have to see her first. So
So things
I
about to
guess-
get really interesting with my character because he has a sharp hatred of undead.
Hold up, let me.
Alright.
No,
yeah,
I don't see
no,
shit.
we'll just go ahead and say that she sees it.
yeah. I guess we'll say Depth probably didn't see her.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have the
She's
ability
not
to.
wearing armor, so it's... And even when she is wearing armor, she's got some quiet armor, so you wouldn't have heard her come up.
Thrash doesn't see shit.
She sees this, and she just stops and stands there and puts face palms hard. She just, like, runs a finger through her hair. Bloody pirates. Bloody pirates. Look! I told you to leave the dogs alone. Before.
Can Thrash hear her?
Yeah, she's pointing at,
Depth.
Depth, because she told
Pointing at
everybody
her.
to leave the dogs alone earlier. And, then she looks at you, Nero, and she points at you. And you...
Thrash is gonna stand up as soon as she like points at him. Excuse you, ma'am. What
Are you
kind
still
of?
in skeleton form? Correct.
Yes, I'm in skeleton form.
My character
What
is not
kind
even
of-
going to pause. He's just going to start running towards you. You're going to see his fist glowing with a radiant light, and he's going straight for you.
Thrash
Oh,
Thrash
God.
is just going to stare at him. Let me take a look here.
Alenza... Okay.
Infighting is bad form, guys. Just saying.
Well...
Thrash.
Okay,
I have to see how that works.
Wisdom saving throw, my second highest stat. Let's do this.
well, this also will allow Alenza's class to become a thing now, apparently.
Yeah.
Because you guys don't know what kind of god she goes for, so...
All enemies within 60 feet must make a wisdom saving throw against my charisma modifier, is it?
Good thing she's
Or against my
not-
charisma?
It's a spell
Yeah,
save,
yeah.
you see.
It's charisma. Yeah, well, it's charisma plus your proficiency, so it should be
Um,
like 14
So, charisma plus my proficiency?
plus 8, so it should be 14.
So your charisma bonus plus your proficiency modifier plus 8. So
Yeah.
that's your DC. It should
Yeah.
be automatically calculated if you're bard if you click on spells.
Well, he's not a bard though. It's,
Yeah.
He's not. He's
So,
fucking pirate.
4 plus 2 plus the 8, so 14.
It's 14.
So you do a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Son of
Oh.
a bitch!
Alright, well, you're scared shitless. At this point, Alenza steps in.
Thrash,
Um,
Thrash is going to look at the man approaching him. You fuck right off. I'm doing something. And Thrash is going to look at Alenza. And you, ma'am, what kind of fucking port is this? I am very well and clearly dead and have been for a while. Why am I still in this cell? Please let me out.
At this point,
Fuck!
At this point, she pulls out, and that she's gonna. Yeah, she wins that.
So,
She holds
to
up.
better explain what's going on with me. Sorry. I'm sorry. You're doing a thing. Ariel, stop.
She holds up her hand, and you see some necrotic, just energy come off of it. And let me find it because I don't have.
Oh, wait, I also realized
Well,
I'm in
while
a
she's
raid.
searching, Thrash, I am a 6-foot-tall Warforged monk and my character, his face is literally drawn on. It's like a metal slate, and then you see somebody who, like, with a shitty Sharpie just drew, like, 2 eyes and a mustache on him.
I'm
Are
gonna
you
draw a
satisfied
dick
with
on
your
this
chair?
man's face.
And so he currently was in mid-stride, pauses, and you just see him with the fist kind of, like, arched back, like, behind his ear almost. And his fist is glowing light, and he has not moved, or he just stopped. He's, like, was mid-stride and just stopped.
Thrash is just going to wait, having obviously failed at talking his way out of this cell, and now realizing that I'm gonna roll a perception and look at this cage. Natural 20.
Oh,
It's a cage with some rune work into it. Obviously, it's been made for things that might not be living.
Yeah. So I
and-
can't just like squeeze out through the bars. Yeah. That's what I
No,
was
and at this point, Alenza is holding her hand out, and she's got this sort of like weird combination of holy energy that's got a necrotic taste to it.
With that perception, I'm just going to. Thrash is just going to like taste the air. Tastes purple.
Fennec is going to just gently touch Alenza's leg, kind of to get her attention.
Wow, 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 wow.
She looks down at you with like out of the side of her eye, but she's still kind of watching Thrash.
Thrash is just.
He's obviously already dead and doesn't seem to have a whole lot to live for. Maybe he could be useful to us. Maybe you can let him go into our care.
I wasn't going to end him. That's not what I do.
Thrash has just given up and thrown himself back down into the side of the cage
I was
that doesn't
going
have
to
the moon.
calm him down for a moment and make him sit like a good boy.
Yes.
So, and she just
while Linda's
dismisses
distracted, while Linda's talking, Depth stabs the nearest hellhound. Just
Excuse me?
Alright,
Oh my god, Schmooze! Oh my!
she
Sorry.
rolled a,
oh, he does. No, he does it very clearly that she can notice.
she rolled a
Ari.
21. Yeah, Smoogs. You hear it.
Can
You hear Alenza leaving because she,
Do I hear the sound of my dog screaming?
Yeah, he stabbed the puppy, so it kind of like
Should
freaks
that not
out.
be a perception?
Can I shoot up out of bed and run?
I got one better. My character, who was explicitly told leave the dogs alone, seeing you doing this, is just gonna go wombo combo and hit you.
Me?
No.
No, Depth.
Depth.
You're
Okay.
getting monk comboed.
Yep. So yeah, first 2 hit.
At this point, Alenza.
So you take 12 points of damage total, unless you're still raging, which I doubt you are.
Probably not. So yeah.
Thrash is sitting in his cell talking to Orm.
Yeah, but by the way, it's the first 2 strikes. I pressed it too many times. Sorry.
Yep.
How long is it gonna take me to make it there?
Like one turn.
I'd say we're into initiative at this point.
Okay.
Thrash is merely sitting talking to the oranges. So, Larry, what do you think? What do you think are the chances of us getting out of this and back onto our ship? I don't know, Thrash. Looks kind of fucking dicey here. As Mo's
Cool, am
just
I there
going to
yet?
scream.
Yeah.
Which
quick.
one of you motherfuckers hurt my dog? I want to roll an intimidation check.
Go ahead.
Oh shit! I
Thrash
didn't
is
even.
gonna clap. Also, roll a perception because I've never seen this.
Even though I technically helped save your dog, I'm still
I didn't see-
intimidated. Jesus.
I didn't see shit.
So just to clarify, Depth has just taken 12 damage as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen shit.
And Alenza's like mid reaching for her whip to tie your hands up, but Spoon comes running in and she just kind of pauses for a second.
I run
Like,
up to the
oh
one that
shit,
was
it got
hurt.
real.
Which one of them was hurt? Tell me now.
The puppy is like whining at this
Oh,
point.
it's okay, baby. It's okay. I'm gonna. Let's see.
Mm.
What do I have?
So my character has like 45 movement speed, so the moment I would have seen the glaive go into the dog that we know we're not supposed to touch right now, my character would have been booking it to like knock Death away from the glaive. So I'm 90% certain that glaive is still in that dog.
Healing
No.
word.
Roll a d4.
Plus token.
It's
spellcasting
it's D4 plus charisma.
So,
D4
what's
So,
plus
your-
charisma,
yeah,
so that's a 3 plus my charisma modifier.
Yeah, so it's healed all the way back up
yeah, he's
because you have more than a +1. So
Let's see. Sorry, I'm still not used to using this system. Okay, I have a +3 charisma modifier, so heals for 6, and I put my hands on the dog. I put my forehead to its forehead and say, and I sing a little song. It's okay. I can't think of a song to sing though. Baby mine, close your eyes. That song from Dumbo. You know that song from Dumbo that the mom elephant sang to Dumbo? That one.
What the hell are you doing now, Nero?
Well, first off,
Yeah.
you made a 10 sleight of hand roll.
Yeah, I made a 10 sleight of hand, so I'm gonna go for that. Ori, could you do me a favor and roll a perception to see if anybody notices the first time Thrash fucked with the chains?
Oh no. Well, the first time they rolled a nat 1, the second time they rolled a 10.
So, yeah, Thrash fucked with the chains the first time to get out of the cage and failed. And the second time, I'm just going to assume that Thrash, thoroughly done with this shit, just, like, yanks them off because they're kind of weakened.
Yeah.
The nat 20, I would assume you get that.
Yeah, you get out.
Yeah. Thrash is just going to, like, step out from the cage. If I might interject with all of this business, I'm just gonna take my effects and go.
You!
That plan? That sounds like a great plan, motherfucker.
You! Were you the one who hurt my dog?
Thrash is gonna look over at
Fennec just points
This-
at Depth.
this person that he's never seen before. Look,
Did
lady?
you hurt my dog?
Nah, I just said some unkind words. Nah, I didn't do shit. I've been in a cage. I'm just gonna... Whoa. Thrash is just gonna kind of walk over to where he knows his stuff is.
Also, I've been waiting for an opportunity to use this.
Okay, so Thrash, this is gonna come whizzing by your head. At least that's what I'm aiming for, is to shoot it by your head.
What would I roll to dodge that?
it's
Dex.
against your AC.
Yeah, your AC or yeah.
So just
Yeah,
It
what's your
matches.
AC?
my AC
like-
is 13.
So I think that hits.
So which
That's
one of
a-
you is the source of all this infighting?
Well, Linda just points at Depth, actually. Just that one.
Okay, I wanna walk up to Depth. You. What the fuck is your problem?
Depth's eyes, he's not in a rage, but his eyes are still walled over and he's not speaking.
Thrash
Fennec also
Thrash
looks to
is
Alenza,
stopped
like,
having-
questioningly whether she wants Fennec's help to stop Thrash.
Alright.
Or do
if you're
anything
gonna
at
do
all.
that, I'm gonna ask Alenza too. Do you need my help?
I bind up the fishman for now. I'll go deal with the bloody pirate. And she walks off. She just walks off. If you want to go help her, she didn't say no, so she's just gonna go walk off and try and
My
detain
character just
Thrash.
fired like concentrated sun energy past Thrash's head.
Yeah,
I was
Thrash
aimed at him.
stopped. Thrash held his hands up. Like Thrash is like, I'm just gonna wait.
How do I actually tie a fish man?
I think that's an athletics check, maybe, or dexterity.
An animal handling check.
Survival.
Well, he is acting like an ass.
Be survival.
Oh, I love that. I love the animal handling check. I'm sorry.
It'd be
Well, I mean,
survival.
Okay. Oh shit! I don't have any modifications to
By the way,
survival.
Nero, I just want to go back and say this is just my character's backstory. He's like all holy, like praise the sun,
Well,
and so
Alenza.
undead are just big no-nos for him. It's
Well-
nothing against you personal.
Alenza
Yeah,
is
good for you. Infighting still sucks.
Yeah.
I know.
Alenza is is a paladin of a death god who's a little bit more tolerant of undead, so she's not happy right now.
Okay, I'm guessing I failed the first survival check.
Well, Fennec is helping with an 11.
Yeah, you guys, between the pair of you, you managed to bind his arms behind his back and set him down if he doesn't resist.
We
Hey,
tied
Fennec.
some
Hey,
a lot of
Fennec.
knots.
We did 9/11.
Oh my gentle lord!
Thrash snickers a little bit.
Alright, and at this point, you're resisting, but between the pair of them and their combined efforts,
20.
yeah, you don't have a whole lot of a chance. And Alenza walks over you, Thrash, arms out now in front of you, and you're going to listen
Wait.
to me.
Thrash
Wait.
just looks at her. Look. I will come willingly. I just want due process. I was just thrown into a cage unceremoniously. I paid for my room. I paid for that food. I did not have sexual relations with that plant. Look, I just want my stuff, and I want to leave. But from the looks of it, that's not happening. So, allow me to introduce myself.
I know who
I'm-
you are.
Mm.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm Thrash Bloodfiend, captain of the Bloodfiend Pirates. I'm on vacation. Yes,
Oh, yes, on vacation in the city where you decided you were going to have some fun with the city garden and the dryads that lived in it. So
Look. I was really drunk, okay? I apologize. Anyway, it seems like you guys have a... He looks over at the dogs. Odd dog problem?
Yes,
Do
I've
you
got
guys need a mercenary?
For what?
Thrash blinks. I don't know. I lend out services? I don't... Look, the
They're my
dogs...
dogs.
They were just growling at me.
They're my dogs. Don't touch my dogs. Don't look at my dogs. I don't
Fennec
want
rapidly
any of
pulls her
you.
hand away from the dog she was petting.
Okay, you can touch the dog, but the rest of you, leave my fucking dogs alone. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this.
Is there any moonlight near me?
Yeah, the clouds are starting to actually dissipate a bit, and Alenza actually looks up at the moon and kind of blinks for a second and then just turns around and walks away. She just turns around and starts walking back towards the manor house.
I think mentally,
Yeah.
no, come back. I need you.
In response to Thrash's question, Fennec kind of looks at Depth and looks at Johnny Dank Souls and is like, well, we might need some new people soon.
As Alenza's walking away back to the manor house, she's kind of walking quickly and in a hurry, but she turns to one of the guards that came outside. Just let them all go. Don't worry about it. I'm done dealing with them. I've got to leave tomorrow. I'm not going to stay around to deal with the fallout from the trying to escape. Just let them out. And they don't try to detain you anymore. She continues walking back to the manor, like, on a mission.
Thrash looks at the assembled guards. All right, I just want to make sure here. He wiggles his skeletal finger. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna get my stuff, and I'm free to go. I'm then going to talk to these people and offer my services. And none of you are gonna stab me when I turn around. because it's happened before. And then Thrash does exactly that. He goes and he grabs his stuff, and he now has a very fancy brimmed hat with a feather, and he walks over to the kobold and Spoons, who I need to do an investigation or a perception, because I still have no clue as to, like, any of Spoon's business. A 17.
You perceive that he's very angry. He clearly loves these dogs. Like, he's just very, very pissed, very tired, like he was woken up. And you see him you see him go next to the cages, like sit between them, and he lays his head next to one of the cages and it's like, I'm going to sleep here tonight. If any of you decide to touch my dogs again, I will use every bit of power in my tiny, tiny twink body to destroy you.
My character is actually going to do something a little slightly uncharacteristic of him. He's going to go inside the building, grab some of the blankets that he sees people running around with, and then comes back out the Spoons and hands it to him, whatever you are.
I am boy. I take it cautiously because I was like all this shit, so I like look at him inquisitively. Thank you. And I wrap myself up.
Thrash is going to sit slightly ahead of Spoons as he, like, wraps himself up.
I'm just an angry burrito.
Yes, the anger burrito.
I just see, like, that art you put in the chat. I can just see that face coming out like this little burrito.
So, Thrash is just gonna look at Spoons. Okay. So you seem like the only sane person out of this group of people, next to the small lizard person.
Apparently, I haven't been with these people too long, but so far, one of them seems like this edgy bitch. Another one, I don't really know their deal. I don't know much about the other one, but she pet my dog, so I have a positive opinion of her.
Wait, who's the edgy bitch?
The one who tried to hurt my dog.
Oh.
So yeah, it's been a rough day.
Thrash looks at Spoons. Fucking tell me about it. I just, like, look, all I wanted was a bed to sleep in that didn't reek of sea salt, and, like, okay, admittedly, I may have had a little bit too much rum, and look, the tree looked at me, right, man? Like, it was really seductive, and, like, I don't know, I woke up and I was naked, and there were all these screaming tree ladies.
Oh man, I hear that.
There was something about, like,
my character is just going to quietly grab Finnick and pull him or her to the side and go, is this behavior normal for orcs?
Or
whatever he is.
There was something about defiling a sacred tree, and I don't know. They brought the guard and they threw me in a fucking cage, man.
Sounds like you were unjustly imprisoned.
I was. Come on. Look, the tree seduced me, man. You gotta believe me.
You gotta look out for the plants.
It was a really pretty tree, and, like, I don't know.
Nice curves, nice flowers.
Yeah, really nice flowers. And Thrash just kind of looks over at the dogs. You know, they're not so bad now that they're not growling angrily at me. Yeah. Can I pet one of them?
Just be nice to them, and yes, you may pet one of the dogs.
Thrash reaches out to pet the smaller of the two hellhounds.
Yes! Yes!
And 21. Thrash pets the hellhound and scratches it, like, behind the ear.
I look at him.
You know what? You're alright. You seem to be one of the more sane people I've had to deal with recently.
I in a gesture of friendship, I'm going to, like, open an edge of the blanket burrito and, like, offer it to him.
Thrash is gonna shake Spoon's hand. I don't know so much about saner people, but your dogs are adorable. And Thrash is gonna reach into his jacket and pull out 3 oranges. These are the Stooges, Larry, Curly, and Mo. And he's just going to put them in his jacket.
I say, nice to meet you. You don't have hands, so I cannot shake your hand. I imagine shaking your entire body would be considered rude.
And the oranges are silent as far as you're concerned, but Thrash hears them talking back.
I know, but listen, this guy,
he's been nice to my dogs, and like I figure,
You're
it's
gonna
just-
entertain the crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna entertain the crazy.
Thrash looks at her. Just trust me. It's look, fey fuckery is all I gotta say about the oranges, right?
Hey man, I'm half elf. I get that shit. It's totally cool.
Like I
This
don't
point,
know.
Fennec is just going
Oh my
to like
gentle lord.
put up her arms, turn around, and walk back to the room so she can try and get a night's sleep.
So Thrash is gonna talk with Spoons. So what's the?
My
what's the
character's just
deal
gonna
here?
follow Fennec on this one and just go.
I imagine
Fleshies
it's a
are
scene.
so weird.
I imagine it's a scene change or something, because I mean I'm just gonna be here talking to Thrash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
kind of what I was aiming for.
What happens is you guys all go back to your respective rooms. Alenza she's just disappeared after looking up at the sky and kind of like and like walking on. She just disappears for a while. You guys wake up in the morning. Aldrich is gone. Alenza's sitting in the room with a cup of tea, and she kind of looks a little stressed out, but she's drinking a cup of tea. You guys have a hot breakfast. There's croissants with some sort of honey melted over them, jams, jellies, anything that you guys want with that. There's various meats and fruits on the table as well. The mayor has walked in the room. He's sitting at breakfast. He's not in his like fancy clothing. He's just in like normal everyday clothing now at this point. He's sober this time. And he's got a nice large bag of gold on the desk in front of him, or on the table in front of him. And yeah, you guys come back into the breakfast.
I only come in because I'm famished.
Thrash follows along, kind of unsure, but just like, yeah, I'm part of these guys now. Don't know.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
You know the thing you do when it's like winter time and you like take the blankets with you and you're just walking around like like this little old lady or something.
I did that today actually. It's snowing here, so I did that this morning.
That's kind of what I'm doing. The blankets are kind of dirty because I've been like dragging them across the ground, and I just walk in with get some breakfast.
And the mayor sees this. Alenza's just, she's not really paying attention. And the mayor's like, good morning. Hi. You look cold. A little bit cold. Is it cold outside? I don't go outside much.
Is it cold outside?
Yes.
It's cold, but the dogs kept me warm.
Thrash.
The dogs, yes.
Thrash is just still same clothing. The cold doesn't bother him much. He
Ah,
lives
cold
on the
never
ship.
bothered him anyway.
It's a pirate.
goddamn
Alenza the pirate's out. Alenza the pirate's out.
So my character, being like weirdly nice, like is actually gonna walk up to Spoons. He's gonna put his hands together. It's almost like a Kamehameha, and he's gonna use like a variation of Sunbolt. So it just feels like they're like you are standing in like 90-degree like sun, and he's just gonna go up and down your body with it and just heat you up.
Oh,
I want
like-
you to
I
roll
look-
me a d20 on that to see if you cook her or not.
oh no!
Don't ruin my sweet moment here.
I'm kidding. Don't do it.
Oh, thank God.
No, I'm doing it now because I'm curious.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
you just
Is that good or
warm,
bad?
you warm her up
Little,
just
little
enough.
sunburn. Oh.
I was
okay,
rolling
good.
for intensity is what I was wanting to do.
Oh, okay. So,
I-
higher was bad.
I look at him inquisitively.
My master used to make me do that, and I didn't want you getting sick. Your voice is already bad enough as it is.
Yeah, that's a side effect of smoking. Don't ever take up cigarettes.
I
That's
can't.
right. Thrash just stops as he's like putting a cigar in his mouth.
Alenza chokes on her tea at this point, and Aldrich walks into the room from the courtyard out back.
Thrash just like looks at the cigar. I'll be fine. And he just like looks for something to light it with.
Aldrich comes over and sits down next to Alenza. He's literally just
My
wearing...
character actually is just gonna like slowly and kind of awkwardly, because his hands are probably super fucking hot from what he just did, and just touch the tip of your cigar and light it.
Wonderful.
And he's gonna look inquisitively at Thrash and go, "You're undead. Does that do anything for you?"
Thrash is gonna look at him. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm only technically undead. Like, it's a long story, man. Like, I'm living, but I'm not in the moonlight.
So basically,
Would,
just a college student.
Yeah.
Would
Oh my god.
would
I feel that on an emotional level out of
I
character.
feel that on a cellular level. I'm not even a college student anymore. I'm just a fucking vampire.
what would Depth have to roll in order to possibly discern what Thrash is or what he's under? Is that just like an Arcana check?
Arcana and he's roll Arcana
So-
first.
Okay.
Can I roll religion? Because that feels like it'd be more up my character's alley, since he did live with a cleric for a really long time.
4. No, Depth has no
Yeah,
idea.
Depth doesn't know anything. That wouldn't really be a religion thing.
It's,
Okay, so it's straight Arcana.
It's Arcana and history, but I want Arcana rolled first because if you don't know the Arcana behind it, you don't know the history. You heard of a cursed pirate, at some point that was cursed by a Fey king.
Do I roll the history?
Yeah.
No.
You just know that he was cursed, that you heard of a pirate cursed by the Fey king for stealing something, but you don't know what.
Okay, so when my character has this realization that this is not a true undead, like this is a Fey curse and not like undead zombie curse, the character's gonna like immediately ease up if he's made that connection.
And at this point, like I said, Aldrich walks in. He is wearing nothing but pants and shoes, and it looks like he was outside just like sparring, getting off some stress. And Alenza looks like she had been out with him previously, and that she was just inside taking a break. But he sits down next to her, and they look at all of you. And then they're like, we need to clean up. We will return shortly, unless we're needed now, Mr. Mayor. And no, Alenza, you can go wash up. And she like just looks at him like, oh my god, and she just leaves.
Wait, before she does, I raise my hand.
And she looks at as I die.
Are you okay? Oh no, don't die!
As God slowly perishes from the heaven.
No!
Shit.
The simulation collapses, everything fades away. We are just nerds at computer screens.
No, I choked on my tea. My bad.
Oh no.
So she stops and looks at you. Yes, Mr. Spoons.
May I free my dogs? Like, I paid to have them trained. Can I need to make a shopping trip. I would like to bring them with me.
At this point, the dogs can go wherever you want the dogs to go, but I need them for tracking purposes to find out where they came from. So, if you guys would like to come with us while we go track the source of the dogs later tonight, then I will allow you to keep them afterwards.
Okay. I mean,
My character will just quietly stare at her and nod.
I kind of need them. Well, I mean, I guess I don't necessarily. Do you have a tape measurer?
Wait, do tape measures exist in this world?
We've got rope.
Do you have just anything I can measure the girth of a neck?
Rope? And she's like, I can have one of the, may I?
Hey, Auri, what time would it be right now?
It's like mid-morning.
I'm looking for a number here.
Like 10:30? Question mark.
Okay, never mind then.
Why?
My character has something interesting that happens at 8 a.m. and every morning.
Oh no, it's like.
But it's
like
already past that.
10:30.
So we already passed that, so I'm not going to do it now.
Yeah, no. So yeah, she's like she waves for a servant to go find you some rope. Is there anything else before? I need to take a bath desperately. We've been outside sparring. Aldrich's been a little stressed.
Yes. How familiar am I with this town?
You're pretty familiar with it. You've been here for a couple weeks entertaining the general public.
Oh, and in case I said, wait a minute, no. Cause I want to know, is there like a textile shop or a dress shop, basically anywhere I can get some colored cloth
Yeah, it's a small port town, but there's enough traders around where you can find a shop that's got something that you need.
I mean, I can do that off screen if you want, but I need to get some things this session.
What do you need to get?
I need to get specifically a bunch of yellow cloth and a bunch of pink cloth.
Are you making
Hey,
them
I also would like to pick up some like darts for like throwing weapons, because monks can use darts as well. And the range of sunshot sunbolt is only 30 feet, so darts have a little bit more range too.
Also, yes, Auri, I am making the dogs collars, bows. I want to give them a big bow. Basically, is what I want to do.
I'm just picturing Clopin's colors though while you're saying that. Because aren't his colors pink and yellow?
Well, I'm gonna give one a yellow one and one a pink one.
That's fine. So yeah, you can if you want to go out and do that, you guys have until well, the mayor's gonna offer something as well, but you guys have until evening to go out and assist Alenza and Aldrich. They are gonna be leaving town though, so they're not gonna be staying in town to go track these dogs. But there will be some stuff to do. So yeah, you can go do that. Alenza's gonna go take a bath. The rest of you can listen to what the mayor's got to say if you want to hang out. Damn it.
I'll hang out.
As a side note before that, Ori, how much money do I have on?
You have not much, and I need to roll see how much the mayor gives you. Hold on. The mayor gives you guys 175 gold, like a bag of it. Just
Each?
to split amongst yourselves.
Oh.
So, you guys have whatever the amount that you guys divide up on that. Spoons, you've got whatever I told you last time, the amount of money from where you've already been in town entertaining people. Fennec, you got 50 gold from the Hellhound pelt that you sold. Even though it was kind of tattered and fucked up.
Fennec shouldn't have been selling any pelt. That was mine. He was tanning it.
Well,
A passerby made an offer she couldn't refuse.
well.
Also,
Well.
OOC is because I didn't think you were even in the session. I thought you had already departed.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not gonna raise too much hell about it.
So yeah, the rest of you are gonna,
Rude.
Spoons, are you gonna stay and hang out with hear what the mayor has to say, or are you gonna go ahead and go?
I think that's plot relevant, so I'll go ahead and stay and listen to what he's saying, and then I'll go shopping.
Okay.
So what was the amount per person that we were getting?
It's whatever 175 is divided up between the group. And Crawled is in the room, he's just sitting silently at this point.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Divided up
5.
between the 6 of us.
Is there 6 of us?
I mean, I don't think Thrash would get any money.
Okay, so yeah, so 5,
Okay,
which
divided by
I don't think that divides
35.
equally.
25.
35 apiece if it's
Oh.
5 of it.
Yeah, 175, not 125.
It's a
Hey,
pink
Ori.
hellhound. What?
What would I roll to see how much gold Thrash has on?
Just roll a d50.
A D50?
Yeah.
So wait, we got. I thought we got 125, not 100.
It was
added-
probably also
I
plus 50.
added 50 to it.
Oh, sorry. Okay, let's see.
How do I do that? A D...
Just R or a backslash, here. I'll just
Backslash
do it.
R1. Yeah, backslash R space 1D50.
27 gold.
Okay. That's fair.
I would have laughed so fucking hard if you got a 1.
Oh no!
You literally just have the one golden coin on you.
Yeah.
It was all a ruse.
The
Yeah,
one
the one
golden
gold
coin
you
that
can't
you
spend.
can't spend.
Mhm. That's the one attached to the necklace.
Yeah. Alright, but yeah, so the mayor's sitting and talking to you guys after he gives you a chance to eat, and, Bob Ross just went live. So, go
Not
watch,
the same.
go watch our Lord and Savior. So, the mayor's talking to you guys, so you've got the option of, oh wait, that's Alenza's voice, my bad! You guys,
Yeah, no.
you have the option of assisting.
Wow, you were really good at impressions.
Oh yes, I know. Alenza's such a posh problem. You guys have
Do
the
we have to go
opportunity.
fetch a shrubbery?
Actually, there has been a treant problem outside
Oh,
the town.
No.
Death didn't say that. That was me out of character.
Oh my god, I just thought of Arkolf with the fucking treants, and I'm just like, no! No!
The forest of sick burns.
Yeah.
So that's on the other continent, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So he's
I'm gonna pull a Phalastar type.
he looks at you. I have a couple requests before you guys leave town, unless you want to go assist the two paladins in their orders for the hounds. There is a small group of angry treants outside of town. Someone stole something from them. I'm not sure what, but they won't let anyone pass through. I don't know why they're angry. I'm afraid of them. So, and then the next one, I don't know what's going on, but I don't really know much of anything that goes on at all, to be honest. But there is a salt mine outside of town as well that is being infested with goblins, and yes.
Phoenix bit.
So you, if you would like to assist with either one of those, that would be lovely. But if not, then I would not be angry if you decided to go with the paladins. I'm sure there are more quests that they can give you when they get to their keep, which I am sure is where they are going after they deal with the hounds.
Alright, so we got hellhounds, treants, and goblins, correct?
Yeah,
And basically, we choose between the mayor and the paladins.
yeah. And I say paladins, meaning Alenza and Aldred.
Like, I'd rather go with the Spoons would rather go with the paladins for obvious reasons.
And if you go with the paladins, whenever they get to the keep that they live at, there will be more stuff to do, so you won't lose out on quests. There'll be actual because it's a paladin's keep, there will be more quests there for you. They have a legit quest giver person.
Ooh, I want to go there.
So my Warforged is going to say a solemn prayer to God and ask which one of these quests should he go on.
Don't ask God. God doesn't want a railroad.
Thrash is just gonna look the mayor dead in the eyes. What's the pay?
Oh my god, I'm sorry, I love that.
I need a shirt that says that. Or something. I need a picture of me just sitting there fuck. But no, I'm gonna draw that tonight at work. So, what was the question again?
Thrash looks the mayor dead in the eyes. What's the pay?
Sorry, I forgot. I can't pay much. I gave you most of my money just now. I'm a drunkard, so I need my funds for my alcohol. Unless you want to go get me more, and then I will give you my money that I don't spend on the alcohol. But I've got a little bit more money. The pay would be helping good people go through the trees.
Yeah.
Thrash just
Death is
walks
looking
out.
at Thrash.
Where are these fucking paladins?
I'm sure that the salt miners would be able to pay you handsomely. They just asked me to ask for someone to go deal with the gobble problem.
Thrash is already looking for the paladins.
Will we not be able to do this later?
Yeah, you can come back later.
Okay. I say to him,
I actually would want to do this later, so can we put a pin in that?
Please don't staff me.
No, it's a figure of speech.
also, I'm like,
Please
What the
don't
fuck?
stab me,
Ain't you
Death.
like a rich
Don't we
dude or
just have
something?
this alternate universe moment where a character just unsheaths his blade behind spoons and then puts it away?
oh my god. I'm like,
Ain't you a rich guy? What happened to all your money?
I'm a drunkard.
Alcohol's a hell of a drug, kids.
This is really the best.
Alenza came in about a week ago to assist with some things in the town because the paladins that lived here disappeared with all the money. They took all of it. All of it. There's not a single coin left. I don't think they were actually paladins, but I'm not sure. They identified themselves as the paladins, so I just assumed that they needed the money for safekeeping. And at this point, Alenza walks in the room, looks at him, shut up.
I'm gonna narrow my eyes at that. Can you describe their appearance? Do you remember what they looked like?
They did not look like those two. Their armor was different. They wore some sort of red armor. I don't know the god that they belonged to. It was strange. Strange symbols on the front of it. That's why the Grey Watch arrived. We called for them because we thought it was strange that the paladins came through and took all of our money at sword point and left.
Those are called smart criminals.
You know what? I think that's enough for me to feel.
I think
empathy for
one
this
could
guy.
say that they are a smooth criminal.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, that's for the bard to say.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say that's enough for me to feel empathy, even though he's technically a noble dude. All right. Is there a library in this town?
Are you guys in character? Yeah, there is. It's a small one. Like it's a small one, but it's a small port town. Like it's not a big trading town, but it's where they stop off to like take a break.
As long as there's a place where I can get books. It doesn't have to be a library, just somewhere I can get books.
Yeah, there's a small bookstore near where the fabric.
So my character is sorry.
No, I was just trying not to die again. Go ahead.
No. Okay, so my character is going to take a sheet of paper and draw every symbol of any positive god that is in your pantheon, and just start holding them up to the mayor and be like, "Is it this one? How about this one? Is it this one? How about this one?" Until he points to the one that these fake paladins were wearing.
If it's even on there.
He looks through the list, and Alenza comes over at this point because she doesn't know who the fuck he's talking about. She comes over at this point, Aldrich as well, and they're both actually in full armor again. Aldrich's actually in his armor at this point. You guys haven't seen him in his armor yet. He's a sight to behold. But
Because this might derail where you're going. Using the ear to the ground contact that Fennec has, i.e. the underworld criminal element, does she know anything about the supposed paladins?
You've been in town long enough to have seen them, but you don't know anything. Like, they came in, they left, like, in the same day.
They come, they eat, they leave. They come, they eat, they leave.
The mayor looks through the list, and he looks around there. He points to a symbol at the bottom of the list that you drew, and it looks like a knife it's a red knife, and it's got what appears to be blood dripping from the tip of it. It looks roll religion.
If I drew it myself, how would I know? It's the kind of weird question here. But sure, let's do it.
Just drawing symbols that you've seen.
That's like
Fuck.
Thrash has come back because he realized the paladins aren't like outside.
They went to go take a bath. Where the fuck else did they go?
I don't know. But Thrash, seeing that everybody's playing Pictionary, Thrash is gonna come in.
oh my god!
And
Death got a nat 20 on religion. Where are you?
So Depth.
Death has been in the room the whole time. He just hasn't been saying anything.
Let me send you a message on Discord.
And and also while the mayor was talking, Death was just staring at him and just thinking, "This is the best they could get to lead this place." No one.
I've been having that thought too, but my character's just internalizing.
Thrash also looked at all the symbols, and I got a 15. Look.
I'll send it to both of you.
Okay.
For shits and giggles, I might as well, it's either gonna be really funny or really helpful. Let's see. Religion.
15.
15?
15!
The person who drew it's the only one who doesn't know. I love this.
This is hilarious. It's like drawing a picture of Jesus and being like, who is this?
That's exactly
Who
what's going
is
through my
this
head.
man?
Drawing a picture of Jesus. Oh, that's just
This is
Obi-Wan.
I saw this like drawing on a urinal. I assume it was religious. Wait, I don't even pee. Why was it in a urinal?
Why was I there?
Okay, message is sent.
What am I?
Okay.
Ooh.
So what you're telling me, and
And Alenza at this point recognizes it too, and she's like, shit.
Thrash
Whoa,
also recognizes.
from what I know, you got duped by somebody you're worshiping, some idiot who likes to start wars.
A real prick.
Thrash.
I'm sure Lens is also staring at death because of who he worships.
Thrash kind of laughs. I've ran some jobs with these guys. You got fucking conned by some of the best. Congratulations. I feel less shitty about you now.
Let me give you the name of that god,
I've
actually.
stabbed some of them. I've stabbed some of them.
Let me give you the name of that god, because I never gave him a name.
They bleed just the same as any other man.
Thrash laughs.
Of course
They get
you
money.
stabbed them.
They get money really well, so I've worked with them times. Fuck.
I'm gonna stand up from the table, kind of dramatic like, and be like,
Mr. Mad Dude, you know what? I'm usually not a fan of helping those higher up, but it seems as though those higher up have also been screwed by these jackasses. And should I ever see them, I will do my best to rip them a new asshole.
and I bow, and I go out the door, so I can go do my shopping.
Yeah, you go do your shopping. You find the fabric shop in a bookstore.
Oh, I do find the bookstore?
Yeah, it's in the same district as the fabric shop. I did put the name of the god in question in the chat.
Sweet.
So.
Blood for the blood god.
Thrash is mumbling that under his breath. Blood for the blood god.
I'm gonna look
Skull
for.
skull throw.
I'm looking for two
All
books.
right, so. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
You
Sam.
start talking.
I'm looking for two books in particular. I'm looking for a book of sign language so I can, like, basically communicate better with Aldrich. And a book, I
ask around, excuse me, do any of you have a self-help book, for an alcoholic?
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah. Yes. So the shopkeep is a little Irishman, sounding fuck, and he's.
Well, if anybody would have it, it would be the Irishman.
Wow.
That was not intentional, but okay.
Another.
I'm Irish, so I can say that.
Wow.
That's fair.
Hi, laddie. You also have a book on how to not be a drunkard, and it doesn't seem to work very well. But you might give it a shot. You don't look like a drunkard. You look more like a smoker. But you can have it for a gold, and
Awesome. And does he have a? Did I find a book of sign language?
Yeah.
Yes!
He
How
gives
much is
that
that
to
one?
he gives that to you for like another gold piece. He doesn't know how valuable it would be because there's not that many people that need
It's
it.
very valuable spoons.
Yeah. You gotta communicate. Communication's key. And I want to look for paper and a pen. Or like a pencil if pencils exist. Either one. Just something to
He
write with.
gives you a quill and a couple bottles of ink and just a big fat stack of paper for like 5 silver.
Sweet. I'm gonna just give him a gold and be like, keep the change.
He throws in a nice little gift box for all of it.
Aww. Awesome. I'm gonna do that.
Thank you,
And,
laddie.
Get the
Wrap up the
gift
self-help book.
book of how not to be a drunk asshole and give it to the mayor, please.
God.
Alcoholics for Dummies.
I mean, I got the book for him. I am gonna
Not
give
being
it
an
to him.
alcoholic for dummies.
All right.
All right, Auri, I want to get my darts, and I'm going to be very simple with this. I want anywhere from 20 to 30.
What? I had
Which gold you can charge?
my headphones fell off. What?
Oh
I'm trying to get about 20 to 30 darts. Just tell me the number of gold I need to spend.
What kind of darts? Just darts, or like poison darts,
Standard,
or just
probably.
like standard darts?
Now you're giving me options. I was going to go for regular, but now poison has my interest.
You can get about 20 poison
Regular
darts
regular
for
darts.
3 gold.
Ooh,
Because they're specialty darts. They've got some sort of nasty poison on them.
sick, nasty poison.
Nasty poison.
They,
All right, just private message me the
extracted
details.
YouTube comments.
I will, later.
I like that.
I'll just say 1d4 poison damage.
So 1d4
Yeah.
damage plus 1d4 poison. Got it.
Yeah.
I will put that on my character sheet in a second.
How much did like a bunch of yellow cloth and like stuff to make ribbons? How much did it cost me to get the textiles?
We'll say for a big thing of just a big group of textiles, we'll just say 2 or 3 gold, just because they're like, I don't know what this weird elf needs them for, but I just want to get it off my hands.
Okay, I'll do that. And one more thing. I'm sorry, I've been shopping so much. Is there a blacksmith anywhere?
Yes.
Yes. All right, I go in. And it's like,
Hello? 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 Is anybody there?
You walk into this blacksmith shop, and it's kind of decrepit looking, and there's spiders everywhere, and there appears to be a skeleton behind the counter.
Yes.
I knew it was going here.
Is that... Are you the blacksmith?
Yes, I am Skellyman, the skeleton blacksmith, and he's currently forging a sword out of a leg.
Oh, okay.
So wait, it's the skeleton's a blacksmith?
Yes.
I guess he doesn't have to worry about fire at all, maybe, I don't know.
Skelly is the best interdimensional plane hopping skeleton blacksmith I ever came up with.
Andra still has
He
to
loves
grandma.
dimensions, even better.
So the thing was, real quick to explain Skelly.
yes, please.
He normally only appears for a nat 1 perception roll. And no matter where that perception roll happens, if you're mid-battle and you roll perception, if you're mid-battle with a fucking archangel, Skelly will walk out of the abyss.
I thought it was a nat 0 roll.
Well, we don't have anybody with that low perception anymore.
Okay,
So
fair
I'm
enough,
gonna change
yeah.
it to any low perception roll Skelly will
Nah.
show up.
my
Well, do a nat 1. Okay, that's fair.
Any
Just
low
toss it.
perception roll. So Skelly
Okay,
has
fair
this
enough.
bag that's just sitting in the corner, and there's like lots of tiny spiders just coming in and out of the bag carrying bits of metal and stuff for him.
that's
Kind of like the
adorable.
little black things from not House Moving Castle, from Spirited Away.
Oh,
The
the
little,
The Sid sprites?
yeah. But they're spiders. And
oh my god.
So Skelly's just like, what can I do you for?
I need 2 things. One,
Mm.
I need 2 sets of armor, preferably plate.
How big is the big dog and how little is the little dog?
Oh, you want armor for the dogs?
I want to get armor for the dogs.
The dog, the big one is, like I said, the size of a
Like a horse?
do you
Swear
know
to
what
God,
I say when I say
you're
a
gonna-
percheron?
Like a draft horse?
Like a percheron.
Swear to God, you're gonna get these hellhounds looking like Trinket from Critical Role.
I don't know who that is.
But yeah,
Just
the
useless,
small
too.
one is about the size of a like a.
It's an armored bear.
Like a Shetland pony.
Okay. I described that to him.
How much would that run me?
I
A
can
lot.
give it to my cousin who can come help. How much money do you have so I know what material to suggest?
I mean, if I don't have enough money right now, I can get it to you later and just, like, put a pin in this order.
Don't stab me. I'm immune
No,
to stabs.
Why does everyone think that?
I can, I'll say about, for the big one, about 400 gold pieces, and for the little one, we'll say 150, but it'll get bigger, so we'll need to make it, expandable. Yeah, so we'll say about 150 for the small one, and just charge for when we need to make it bigger.
I'll have to get back to you on that, so for now, I'll wait for that. But how much would you run to, basically make me a set of dog tags?
Oh, I can do that for
So-
for a couple silver, depending on the material, unless you want them shiny.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if that'd be necessary.
The
I just
shiny
need them-
ones come with a spider.
You know what? No, that's cool. I just want a regular dog tag. One for a very big dog, one for a slightly smaller yet still big dog. One of them I would like to have the name Waffles, and one of them, and for the littler dog, Lucky.
Okay, and he like immediately just pulls these things out of like nowhere and just lays them on a character. Okay, they're done now.
Oh my god!
So at this moment, my character is gonna like walk into the blacksmith shop and just be like, "Sweet Christ, what the hell is this?"
It's called a business transaction. It's part of like consumerism. Anyway, how
Also,
much do I pay for those?
real quick, the thing about Skelly is everyone else but the players just is like, this is normal business. Skelly is just like supposed to be like they're like, oh hi, it's Skelly again.
He's beautiful.
So Skelly, just 1 gold is just 2 little plate tags. Yes, 1 gold will be fine.
I want to give him 2 gold.
He takes them, so he takes them from you, and he opens his mouth, and he just drops them in, and you hear this clink, clink, clink as they fall into this little tray he keeps in his mouth.
I blink a couple of times.
Well, okay then.
And I walk out.
Thank you for your business. I will be back at some point. I'll find you. Don't find me.
Okay.
I leave a little weirded out. Also, the name Lucky comes from one of my a cat I had when I was 7.
Oh. So the big one is Waffles, the little one's Lucky?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so I'm in there because I actually want something. I'm gonna ask Lucky if he has a crossbow that would normally be about the size for a gnome.
His name is Skelly.
I thought that's what I said, Skelly.
You said Lucky.
Oh,
His name is Skelly Man von Skellington, the Skeleton Blacksmith. I love Skelly so much.
He's beautiful.
Skelly's the best thing I've ever created.
because namely, I want to take the darts that you gave me and shoot them out of the crossbow.
So you want a gnome-sized crossbow?
To fire the darts that I have to increase the range.
How much is a regular crossbow?
Yeah, it depends on what it is. Like a standard crossbow, I think might be like 25 gold.
I'm looking. Crossbow is where? 25 gold pieces. So I'll say for like a half-sized one, 15.
Alright. Because Warforged said this is the interesting little ability where they can graft armor onto their own body. I want to see if I can graft that crossbow into my other arm that doesn't have the sword in it.
Are you Spider-Man?
Fucking right.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he says 15 gold, and he can have it ready like immediately.
No, he's a Dragon Ball Z monk.
So, do you hand over the 15?
I'm going for all the fandoms here, let's be honest.
Krillin!
Do you hand over the 15, or?
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Skelly gives you the crossbow, and there's a spider just hanging from it, looking at you like, the fuck, man? Put me down.
You want some weed?
Yes, actually.
It literally spells out the fuck man with its web, and then like drops off.
And yeah, jumps off.
And my character is just gonna graft the very quickly. Just try to graft the crossbow onto. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. The sword was on the left arm or the right arm. Yeah, it was the right arm. Okay. So he'll graft the crossbow onto his left. So for the darts, rule-wise, what would you say the maximum range would be? If being fired out of this crossbow.
Would it then go off crossbow range
Yeah,
instead?
just go with crossbow range for that.
I don't have a book in front of me that is like 150, right?
Crossbow is.
I wonder if we can look
80.
at the. You said 180?
320. No, it's 80, 320. So 80 is your standard range, 320 is your max range.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it is. Yeah. Actually, no. For that one, since it'd be a small crossbow.
Oh, would it go off hand crossbow?
I'm gonna go off hand crossbow, which is 30 and 120.
Okay.
We'll say 30, 120 for that.
It's 3060 with a regular dart. Oh, well, it still looks cool.
Or you get double the other side of it. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
long range.
Skelly picks up the spider that was kind of pissed off and puts him on top of his head, and
Oh.
Oh.
he's like, "Can I do you anything else? I've got an appointment in another dimension here in a moment, and I need to go."
That's it for me. My character's gonna leave very confused.
You just hear this pop, and all the spiders and everything inside the blacksmith shop is just gone. It's just an empty building now.
Oh my god!
Alright, so just to make sure I got my math right here, that was 15 for the crossbow and 3 for the darts.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine's 18. Got it.
But yeah.
And so that's 32.
And if you guys are
Well,
done
yeah.
shopping, we'll go. It's probably about nighttime at this point.
Yeah, I've done grocery shopping.
Yeah. I go back to my dogs. I ask, like, is there anyone around that I can, like, ask to let me, like, tie the ribbon onto them?
The cage is not completely locked, and Alenza's given the guards permission to let you in and out because she's letting you have the dogs.
Awesome. Okay,
She's
so
done with this bullshit.
She's done with the bullshit at this point.
That's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to go up to the big dog.
Hey, buddy, hey!
I'm gonna tie the ribbon or the cloth around her in a big old, like just a big ribbon in the back, and put the little collar, like the little dog tag in the front, and I'll do the same to the little dog. It's like,
You are mine now, and I will protect you.
and I give him rubs.
It's happy.
Yay!
At this point, you see Alenza and Aldrich come back outside, and it's getting close to evening time, and looks like they're about ready to go. So, if you guys want to follow.
I'm gonna follow him because I did my business.
Same.
Thrash has been with him the whole time. Thrash never left.
Same as Fennec.
Okay, so you guys are going with them and not
Yeah.
Okay.
We go on with the hot ones. Oh, wait. First, I go back, and I give the alcoholic book to the guy, and it's like,
This is for you. Please get help.
anyway, then I go,
God, he's illiterate.
oh no!
He can't read common.
Can't read.
It's not in Dwarvish, you can't read it.
Oh, wait.
Oh no!
He can speak
Oh, so
common,
he-
but he can't read
Okay, he's illiterate in common. Okay, gotcha.
it. Someone will teach
What
him.
noble can't read? Oh my
Maybe.
god.
Someone will maybe teach
He
him.
can read. He can read in Dwarvish.
Oh, this poor man. Well, I
rolled-
tried.
I would
well,
assume it'd be in Dwarvish, let's be honest.
He can have one of the. Let me check something. Okay, yeah, one of the guards decides to help him learn how to read common.
Oh, that's adorable.
Honestly, I don't know how
Get
I
him
got
hooked on
elected.
phonics.
Batty.
Don't phonics.
Thank you for the bits, Armored.
Oh.
But yeah, so you guys follow them.
Beautiful.
Alenza, Spoons, you can ride your dog. Alenza is gotten her horse, as has freaking Aldrich has gotten his, and they've allowed you guys to get horses. Hi, Sophie. They've allowed you guys to get horses as well, other than you Spoons, cause
Yeah.
dog.
Oh, can the little dog? Can the little dog fit on top of the big dog with me?
You know what? Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I put the little dog in front of me so like I can balance and make sure he doesn't fall off, and I do that. I hold on to the big bow.
Good boy.
Oh my.
But yeah, you guys are you guys ride for a little bit, and you go north
Auri?
away from the city. What?
Thrash has obtained a cart.
Oh
Can
my
I get a
god,
look at that?
how? Wait, how?
I wanna see what would I have to roll to steal somebody's cart.
Oh
dear.
God. Sleight of hand.
All right,
I think it's a
and
bit more
also,
than just a sleight of hand check.
we're in. So that's a 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also have this.
Okay, yeah. Nobody stops you. They're just like, fuck it. It's just a cart, and the pirate's crazy, so I don't want to fuck with him anymore.
Oh my god.
So
I'm not-
everybody has
I'm
their
not taking
horses.
their horse. I'm not taking their horse.
rides up. Thrash
Okay.
rides up on a cart with little like seats carved into it for the Three Stooges. Yo,
Oh my god. Oh my god. I give him a,
I like it.
I give him a thumbs up, and I look forward to like go with paladins.
Thrash just nods. All right, we're ready. On
Alright.
the plus side, if we steal stuff, we can sell it. Thing.
Oh no, honey. Oh no, honey. Okay. All right.
Oh no.
So you guys are riding. The clouds have dissipated at this point. You guys are pretty far out of town. You're in the woods. You're getting to the point where you're gonna have to camp later. The trail that they've tracked it's not fresh, but they've got a trail that they're following now at this point, via some sort of necrotic magic that they're using to pick it up. At this point, the clouds have gone away and the sky's pretty open, and you see, and it's not supposed to be full right now, but for some reason the moon is full.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Thrash is acutely aware of the moon's not supposed to look like that because he's a pirate captain, and celestial alignment is something that they know.
Navigation.
Yep,
Oh.
navigation.
Yeah, I guess Depth would too, because he also does have the navigation. So
I
yeah,
think Thrasher would also have vested in interest since it makes him a skelly man.
Yeah,
that too. Yeah.
Thrash
Yeah,
is also a
that too.
skeleton and talking to oranges.
Yeah, so you guys see the moon come out, and you see both Alenza and Aldrich just tense up a bit.
Thrash is, I'm gonna roll a perception on. 22.
I'm gonna roll insight on that. 17.
Thrash, you see Alenza quickly look down at her arm and like pull up her sleeve, and you see the tattoos on her arms, the moon cycles, and she looks at it and she's very confused because the moon cycle on her arm is not lining up with the full moon in the sky. And
Thrash,
Depth, you...
Thrash is gonna
Go ahead.
Thrash is gonna move his cart a little bit closer. So you guys seemed a little nervous. Should I get ready for a fight?
I'd suggest you get a little distance back. I need to deal with something. And she looks at Aldrich, and he's a little bit catatonic at the moment.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
Thrash is gonna
so-
incite the hell out of that. 13.
Yeah.
I insighted before to see what was wrong with
Yeah.
the two of them.
Same.
Would I be able to insight again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What's going on with my 23?
You know that he's a werewolf, but you also know that the full moon's not supposed to be out yet, so it might be someone fucking with them.
Oh no, that's not
Um,
good.
So,
So, what enemy did you make that can fuck with the moon?
not now, Fishman. We've got bigger things to deal with. Aldrich, come on. And she hops off her horse and, sends the horse over to a tree. And she, starts to pull Aldrich off of his horse and try and get him to sit down. And he's, resisting at this point.
Thrash kind of scoots his cart off to the side and parallel parks it behind her horse and hops off.
All the while being a skelly man, I love it.
And Thrash is just grabbing things from the cart. You see him grab two swords and what looks like a bandolier of spikes. And he's just slowly putting things on and just waiting.
I'm gonna have to look at what a bandolier is. Oh,
It's like those, yeah.
I thought that
Like-
was a musical instrument for some reason. Huh. I was probably thinking of banjo.
That's or mandolin.
A spiked
Yeah.
banjo, I like it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
Alenza pulls him off the horse after some effort, and the horse kind of
I'm
freaked out
gonna
at this
give
point.
me 1 second. I'm gonna drop out and come back in because Auri's cutting out for me.
Oh no!
But yeah, the Aldrich's horse is kind of
All right.
skittish at the moment, and Alenza gets him off the horse and kind of sits him down on the ground, and she's starting to she gets her whip and she starts tying his hands up real quick behind his back.
Thrash
quickly.
Thrash is gonna walk up to her. Do you need extra rope? Because I've got a lot of rope.
It wouldn't hurt. At this point, we need to tie him up quickly.
Thrash just hands her like 50 feet of hemp rope. Just here you go.
All right.
Fennec is very casual at the moment. She's very relaxed.
Oh no.
My character is going to have crossbow at the ready and sword already out, so...
Okay. Oh no. Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That
That doesn't sound good.
My dice hate me today. Which I guess is a good thing. Gets things moving in the session. So at this point, you see Aldrich kind of start to wolf out a little bit.
Uh-oh. He's going furry.
Yeah.
Scott, is that you?
Sure you like that, don't you?
And he's not because he's mute. He's got some sort of damage to his vocal cords. He's not like you can see that he's like physically growling, but a sound's not coming out.
Oh no.
Go ahead.
Okay. Listen. I'm sorry. Can I roll to pet the dog?
Oh my...
That's when Spoons loses a hand.
I want to do.
What kind of petting are you doing, Spoons?
No, listen. I want to do it mage. I want to try to do it to calm him down. Like.
Okay, mage. Okay, with mage hand.
Getting out his
Okay.
With mage
frustrations.
hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. Roll.
Like on the top of the head.
Roll. Yeah.
Would that be animal handling or persuasion?
21!
Damn.
Right. Let me see if Alenza's
With
calming.
that dangerous 3, the one on the other
Oh,
side there.
damn. Okay. At this point, you combine with Alenza, and you hear her, like, talking to him, trying to calm him down. She starts talking about, like, past things, and, you maybe hear her say something about love at some point, and, like,
Aw.
she's, like, stroking his head, trying to get him to calm down quickly. But she's being really calm and gentle about it, and then you start petting his head as well, and between the two of you, you get him to like pause and take a
Not be
breath.
so wolfy.
He's still kind of like halfway in that physical change, but you can see where his eyes kind of aren't glazed over anymore.
Aw.
And
He's like, hey, you seem like a really cool guy. I know we just met and all, but you seem chill, okay?
I just met you, and this is crazy. Here's my number. Please don't kill me.
Should we be concerned about him continuing this?
Once I have him calm down, we should be alright.
Thrash
This
is
shouldn't be
gonna
happening.
look her dead in the eyes. Should I be concerned? As Thrash just points out, he is a skeleton.
Oh no! Oh no! Skeleton dogs! Oh no!
Strangely enough, I'm gonna have to agree with the captain here.
Oh no!
Is Thrash is just like, is he gonna chew on me? Because I'm not okay with that. I did not sign up to be a chew toy.
And then
Oh,
Aldrich,
no!
you see Aldrich look at you, and he kind of, you can see he's growling again, and his eyes are starting to glaze over, and he's trying to fight it. Alenza, like, grabs a hold of him and, like, pins him down on the ground and starts, like, she's, like, laying on top of him trying to hold him down. But he seems to be coming back to his right mind.
I'm just gonna grab
yeah.
Thrash by the back of the collar of his shirt and just pull him away. I'm like, you're agitating him. We
With
need to
an
get you
insight?
away.
Thrash, with an insight?
My insight was to see that that something's going wrong.
okay.
I will roll a strength check if needed. And mine's just like insight was putting 2 and 2 together.
Thrash,
Alright.
Thrash is just gonna look around. Does anybody have like a cape or like a blanket or something?
I have my
I
robe.
did, and then stares at Fennec.
Thrash is gonna look. Thrash is gonna look at Spoons. I need it.
Okay, just make sure to give it back.
I take off my tacky purple coat robe thingy.
Does
So
it have a hood?
Underpinning all of this.
It
Real
looks
quick, I need to get this in.
it looks exactly like it does in his bio picture. It doesn't have a hood, but it has like this like weird flat thing in the back. It's weird.
Thrash
Okay,
looks at
anyway.
it and just like covers, like just floats it over his head like a ghost sheet.
Okay.
So, underpinning all of this is the sound of metal on metal scraping, and Fennec has her short sword out and is taking a silver coin and just running it down the edge.
Doesn't that hurt werewolves?
I think that's the point.
That's the point. Silver, like giving any element of silver she can to the blade if she's going to be fighting werewolves soon, maybe.
Oh no.
Let's hope it doesn't get to that point, but it's actually a fair idea.
Yeah, it is. I know it is, but good boy.
Thrash.
No.
Thrash is actually gonna take the coat off and take it over to the cart and put it in there.
Yeah,
It is not
yeah.
working.
All right.
I go back and get my coat.
At this point, Aldrich, you can see him kind of start to shift back, and the moon actually at this point starts going, like, fading a bit, and then you see it return to what it should be instead of the full moon. And Alenza looks down at her arm and looks back up, and she kind of, like, you see her visibly, like, relax and just lay on top of him for a second. Like, both of them just take a
Okay.
breath.
Can I roll an insight on that?
Yeah.
Please.
I got a 21.
Please, I want to be a wingman. I want to be a wingman.
So I'm ignoring this entirely. I'm just standing on watch.
Ow.
What are you
Oh,
trying to roll insight on, Nero?
I'm rolling insight to make sure that everything's okay. Also, Nero heard some things about, like, love and relationships, and Nero wants to see if that's something that he can use. Or Thrash wants to see if that's something he can use.
Everything's fine now.
Ooh.
The moon's gone
Ooh,
back to
not
normal.
Ouch.
He's okay now. He should be fine the rest of the night. Just a little tired. You heard some things that I'll just message you.
No, I wanted to be a wingman.
Oh,
No.
Thrashel Wingman.
Well, I rolled perception just like Def said earlier. I want to know who the fuck they pissed off that can fuck with the moon. So I am like on watch. I'm like full sentry bot. Just where the fuck are these motherfuckers?
I just imagine a spoons now missing their intimacy together and just like going and squeezing between them.
I kind of want
Yeah.
to, but that's
Well,
oh,
just like, no, he's mine.
no.
I can have a man and a puppy. He's mine now.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think funny things should happen on a nat one, so I'm just gonna go over there and like try to join in. I'm here too now.
Does that make
Just
sense?
joining the
Nero?
pile on top of Alara.
Mm-hmm.
Alinta.
Okay.
There's
So
literally a dog pile.
with the moon thing, it's clear someone is trying to stop them, maybe because they're following this trail for this summoner. And they know a weakness that's pretty clear and easily exploitable.
Alright.
But yeah,
never
and so you slip in between them, Smooks.
Yeah, well, either between them or on top of the. Which one would be more awkward?
Alenza's on top.
Like which one? No,
Hey.
listen. Which one would be more awkward? It's a nat one.
Sliding
It needs
in
to-
between, like, just shoving yourself up under her, but she's still like wrapped around him real quick, like holding
I'm
him,
gonna
making
try-
sure.
I'm gonna try to be a sandwich. I'm gonna try to be basically the middle bit of the Oreo.
You're gonna be the big spoon.
So yeah, I do that.
Alenza's just like, what the fuck, man? She like she lets go of him, and he kind of like, he actually, he actually kind of pushes you off.
Oh no, I did not. I think to myself, oh shit, I did not read the room.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 19 because Thrash has pulled both of his weapons out because this does not seem like an offhand coincidence. Thrash is not about to get caught with his pants down. Is there anybody around us?
No, there's nothing. There's no one close by. Whoever fucked with the moon is a good distance away.
The horse did it.
The horse did it.
Never mind.
You,
Also, Ori,
Hmm.
do me a favor. Because remember, one of Thrash's swords is special. Would they
Is it
be
a
able to
weapon of warning?
feel it?
What is it again?
The Compilon that he has.
Oh, I gotta look and see what it was again.
The not obsidian one.
Yeah.
Did
Is
I
that a
already give you
weapon of
stats?
warning?
Did I already give you stats for it?
Yeah.
Let me look at it. Hold on. She would feel it, and she would look at you, with a somewhat serious warning on her face. I would advise against using that, especially in the presence of 2 paladins of the Grey Watch.
Thrash just looks at her. Look, lady. This thing kills things really good. And I don't have to worry about any of the side effects of using it. Do you want me to fight full or not? And Thrash is gonna...
19.
10.
Natural 19, that's without her modifier on it.
Look.
Captain, I don't think we're gonna get anywhere on this.
Put the necrotic weapon away for the moment. I'll let you have it out later when we need it. There's no
This
enemy
poor
here.
woman. This
Thrash,
poor woman.
Thrash sheaths the Campalon, but keeps his scimitar out. I'm gonna go get on my cart now. And he just kind of like walks over and hops on it and just pulls it over. Does he need to like sit in the back? Is he gonna be okay?
Are you asking about Aldrich?
Yeah.
Alinda looks down at him and says, "Do you think you can ride, or do you want to rest?" And he kind of like slumps down a little bit, like he's clearly upset that this has happened, and because he's usually pretty good about maintaining himself, and he's like signs to her somewhat quickly, and she's like, "All right," and she helps him get up and walks him over to the cart.
Thrash is gonna wait till they're like closer to him, and he's gonna like look over at Aldrich, and he's going to like, what would I roll to say something quietly?
Stealth?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Thrash
It's
doesn't
just
do
shouting.
quiet.
This is not Liam.
Yeah.
This is not
Yeah,
Liam.
Thrash does not do subtle. Yeah, you waste all
Thrash-
of your good roll last.
Thrash is going to attempt to say quietly, but he's a skeleton. He doesn't really have a whole lot of like volume control.
Yeah,
But,
anyways.
But Thrash is gonna look over to Aldrich. Look, man, stuff happens. You're good. I mean, hey, look at me. I can't even turn this off.
For the record, I think you look very nice as a skeleton.
Thrash looks over. Thank you. Wait, fuck, I said all this out loud, didn't I? Shit.
Aldrich looks at you, and then he looks back at Alinza and just signs the thank you and responds back to you for that.
I'm actually gonna roll. What would I roll to see if Thrash knows sign language?
Would that be intelligence?
Oh,
Yeah, I
It would
think
be
so.
one of your predetermined languages.
Nat 20,
my
baby!
God!
Yeah, you know it. You know it really well.
Thrash just signs back to him. Look, man, it's okay. I got you. Get in the cart.
Oh my god.
Aww.
See, he might have comprehended it, but he doesn't have sign as a language proficiency, right?
He does now.
I do now!
Fair enough,
That's,
yes.
that's the
You know,
roll
just-
constantly for it.
I want to roll to be a part of this trade. Let's go. No. I could dream, damn it.
Fennec is busy.
I have.
So,
I just have my book.
You're learning.
I'm learning.
I'll say it takes you about a week or two to get it down to where you can kind of communicate, and I'll say about a month to where you're pretty good at it.
You're
That's
fluent.
That's actually pretty good for a language. So yeah.
Well, it's sign language.
While Werewolf and Paladin Lover are getting sorted out with the cart and everything,
Paladin Lover.
Fennec is going to dispel her protection from good and evil, cast Detect Magic on the trail that they were following to try and locate if there's any sign within 30 feet around her of a spell being cast about fucked with the moon or anything like that.
Nothing within 30 feet, but you kind of get the feeling that within the general, like, wide area that you guys are in, because you guys at this point, there's no mountains, it's mainly, like, plains and some forests that are bordering the plains. Something maybe from the direction of the forest, but it's fading, like they've gone.
Okay, so if we're tracking, the other thing I was going to do, perception or survival, which do you want me to roll?
They were tracking via a magic they were using, so I would say... My brain wants to say Arcana, but I don't think that's right.
Well, she's not using that. She's just looking for prints and stuff on the ground.
Oh, Survival.
Survival.
There's mainly cart tracks and horse tracks. You see some footprints going out of town on the direction they were continuing on. But unless you can detect the magic on them.
So she can't detect what the creatures are?
No.
Okay.
Just,
And my dog's been whining, so I'm taking my laptop outside to take him out. So if you hear anything, I'm sorry.
I mean,
Okay.
we'll be done in the
Jace.
we'll be done in the next 20 anyway. It's fine.
Oh,
I've got to
Come
go
on, get in
tonight,
there.
you guys.
I know. Damn work.
Right. Guys, go to my Patreon.
Damn
and support
job's
me, and I
taking
won't
our
have to
Auri.
work anymore.
Yes. Support the damn Patreon.
Support Auri enough so she doesn't have to go to work, so we can just play D&D all night.
Yep.
Yes.
I honestly, I hate cutting the session short, but
Yeah.
At least we got to have one.
right. So you guys, Alenza helps Audric get in the cart. She gets on her horse and she kind of hangs back with the cart, but she has Nero. She has Dash kind of go with her on the tracking the trail. She kind of resumes her her track, but keeping an eye on
Thrash.
him the whole time.
Thrash is gonna see. Would I roll investigation or survival to like try and see what she's following?
I don't know.
Investigation to see the magic, I guess.
Thrash is gonna look with his Scrutal eyes. With a
Ooh,
17.
17.
You see
Pretty
in
good.
her hand, her hand is somewhat glowing a bit with the markings on her on the back of her hand are somewhat glowing, and you see like a map almost forming, like, and it's constantly changing as you guys move. It's just like it reflects the area, and you see like a little orange line going forward in a weird snaking motion.
All right.
But you can tell she's following it via magic.
Yeah.
And the target seems to be not like on the map on her hand. You can see the trail where it went, but you can't see the target itself. Like you guys haven't gotten close enough to it yet. Like it's moving.
Would I be able to
Thrash is
Oh, sorry.
Thrash is gonna look at her. So, I don't know. I spend most of my time out at sea. How big of a problem should I be preparing to fight?
Well, if they can control the moon cycles at will, and if they can, albeit botched summoning circles for multiple hellhounds, we might have a fight on our hands at some point. But I think that once we get to the keep, we'll be able to get more done.
Thrash nods. All right. So just prepare for like a deep one and a deep one attack. Got it. And Thrash
No,
just kind
I
of like.
don't think it's a deep one. I think it might be. It's definitely someone of a mortal make. They don't know what they're doing for the summoning circles.
Well, Thrash looks over there. No. Not like actual deep ones. We're way too far inland for them to attack us. No. I'm just saying prepare for a fight like I was preparing to, sail through an area and by off chance fucking squids attack my ship.
I don't know that you'll be in... Okay.
Final
Thrash just nods and looks down at the Three Stooges. All right, boys. So here's what I'm gonna need you to do. Larry, you keep Scout on the left because that's where you're sitting. Curly, you look to the right. Mo, I'm gonna turn you around. Watch the paladin behind us, man. He's just going to turn the oranges.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Real
so
quick,
at
I
the
roll
mention of-
perception on the oranges. The only one that sees anything is the one that is watching Aldrich at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So yeah, at the mention of deep ones, Depth's head would basically just snap up and he's like, "What?"
Thrash is gonna look at him. What?
Deep ones? Where?
I mean, I'm a pirate, man. I run into them occasionally. Sometimes they attack me, and then they cease.
Question.
Hmm.
Would it do any good to help, like, would it be of any help in tracking down the thing if I tried to get Waffles and Lucky to, like, sniff?
Maybe.
Ooh, dogs do get advantage on smell checks.
Okay.
Have
I'm
them
gonna
get
ask him.
sneeze.
Hey,
Sure.
hey, buddies. Hey. Do you want to? Do you think you can like sniff? Can you like help us out a little bit?
They like pout, like move their legs like up and down, like excitedly, like yeah, we get to do something.
Yay, my
Hey,
babies!
more important.
You're always important to me.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah, roll for their. I guess just roll me.
Okay.
I need to make sheets for the dogs now. Damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Roll. No, I just did. I forgot to do it. I meant to do it last time.
I didn't even take that into account.
No, it's all right. But I'll give you control over the dog sheets.
Sweet.
They. Fuck. I'm just gonna roll 2 d20s.
Okay, okay.
And they get advantage,
Let's
right? So
Yes.
17 for the one.
On
They get a
strength.
+1 to wisdom.
Ooh,
So 18.
Really?
So, alright, yeah, they pick up. The big one definitely picks up the trail. The little one's like, oh, mom's got something.
Oh, good boy, Waffles.
actually, are they boy girl? Are they boy dogs or girl dogs?
Waffles is a girl. The little one's a boy.
Good girl, Waffles. Good girl.
So,
I give her scritches.
Waffles actually, like, digs her claws into the ground real quick, and you feel her crouch down, and actually wants you to make a strength save.
Oh no, that's my worst stat.
Oh, to hold on.
Let's see, strength.
Yeah, you hold on. You have a little
I'm
trouble.
surprised.
You have a little. If you didn't have the collar on there, you'd have been flung off. But she kind of like crouches down, digs into the ground. You see these gouge marks where her feet, like her claws, just dig in, and she just takes off running. And Alenda's like, "Okay, well." She like spurs her horse forward, and she looks back at Aldrich,
Crap.
who at this point is like sitting up. He's more clear in that. He looks a little bit better, and he.
Thrash looks at Aldrich. Hey, man. And he just kind of signs back. Hold on to your butts. We're getting dangerous. And Thrash just like fucking shah. And
At
tries
this
to-
point, Aldrich, he looks at you and he gets his claw, like he lets his claws come out and he just digs into the cart.
and the cart takes off. Meow.
But he's good now. Like he is perfectly fully in control of himself. He's just like recovering from the headache. Yeah.
Everybody who's riding and following should be making animal handling, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, should I?
And Aldrich's
I'm
horse
gonna
is
go the cart with
You're
a,
mounted.
Aldrich's horse is tied to the cart now, and it's just like, oh god.
17.
So
shit.
should I just roll a strength saving throw since I'm riding on the cart with Aldrich?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just
Really?
roll a strength. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's.
You alright? So you have trouble holding on, and you fall off, but you're like you fall off.
Oh
And
no!
you land on. No, you don't need animal handling, Schmoogs.
Oh, I don't.
You're just riding.
No, you did the strength save. You did 15.
Oh, okay, good.
So you
Yeah,
flop
well-
off of the back of the cart, but you're like hanging on to the back of it, and you just need to pull yourself back up.
So do I have to do an
need-
athletics check now to climb up as this goes?
Yeah.
Oh no!
I will.
Uh,
I will explain that nat 20 once this is done.
Oh, no.
I don't. Would I need to make an
oh
animal handling?
no!
You're just being dragged along. What?
Would I need to make an animal handling check because my horse isn't really a horse?
What is it again?
It's technically a celestial spirit.
I'm gonna say
The
no.
fine steed thing.
That he
Yeah.
summoned.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So yeah, just
You're still hanging off
get
the back
home.
of the cart. You'll just have to make another athletic check. At this point, Aldrich, he's like, "Oh shit, things are happening." So he he stands up and like gains his balance a bit. He's kind of shaky, but then he leaps off the back of the cart onto his horse.
Oh my
All right.
god.
So that natural 20 is because Thrash fucking told this horse that's hauling his carriage to haul ass and forgot about the Three Stooges.
Oh
You try to grab them.
What? That nat 20, I grabbed all three of the Three Stooges and just shoved them into the gap.
no! Oh my god.
It'd be horrible if you had disadvantage right now because I'd go from a nat 20 to a nat 1.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Fucking exactly.
But yeah, you guys.
The two extremes.
As this happens, Aldrich kind of like unties his horse from the cart at this point and like books ass to catch up to Alenza and the dogs. And he's still a little sickly looking, but he'll be all right.
Anything
you-
I
So
can
the-
do.
Sorry.
You
Go ahead.
guys, after several stressful moments, you eventually manage to pull yourself back up onto the cart because I don't trust your rolls, so leave you be.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
um,
yeah, I was gonna be
I mean, we gotta write off my character somehow because it's my last session, so.
well,
He's
roll-
left in the
Just
dirt.
goes, just
roll,
goes
roll
bouncing
me
down the
one
road.
more athletics check.
Part of me wants this to fail, part of me doesn't.
Fail.
Which arm is attached to
One.
the holding onto the cart? Let's be honest here. Is it right arm or left arm?
We'll say right arm.
Nat one,
Shit,
nat
that's a
one.
sword arm. Never mind. I was gonna say, could I just use the sword and like do a melee attack to impale the sword on the side of the cart to pull myself up a little bit stronger? Better.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Does
you
a
pull
17
yourself
hit the
up.
cart?
You pull yourself up. All right,
Use it
but
as
you
an
guys,
anchor.
did you want to do something?
I'm good.
Okay. So you guys, after several long, tense chase moments, like Scooby-Doo music, you guys come upon a camp in the woods, near, you actually are approaching a small, like, foothills at this point, like, not proper mountains, but just, like, foothills. And you see a camp, and it's got what appears to be a mage sitting in it, and a few other people.
Ooh.
You can't tell who they are or anything, Fennec.
Yeah, she's.
I don't see shit.
Damn.
Come on, let's see if we get a 10.
That's spoons of depth.
Yeah, man.
14.
See something.
Oh, damn. They definitely know what it is.
Damn.
Lenza rolled a 19 and Aldrich rolled a
That
17
no.
natural without their modifiers. Alright, Spoons, you see what appears to be some sort of warcaster.
Oh.
And a couple other people in cloaks, but they don't appear to be any sort of fighter. They might just be cultists or something like that. They've got a weird symbol on their cloak. It appears like it's something that you guys saw earlier today.
Does it
Alenza,
resemble a knife?
Alenza kind of like, she starts like muttering a curse in Elvish under her breath, and you hear it, Spoons, and she's like, and she kind of starts
Elvis fuck.
like jerking her head to the side of like, let's get over to where they can't see us. And
I mean, we were approaching them at a flat-out gallop, so.
Oh yeah, nope, they see you most definitely. So the caster rolled a nat 20.
Straight into
Oh
initiative.
no. Can I wave at them kind of sheepishly if they already see us?
Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
What would I roll? Because I'm gonna do this. Since the cart is moving itself, what would I roll to do a crotch chop at these guys? Would it be an intimidation?
Crotch.
Like what I
It's
think
a
you're
suck
saying.
my dick motion.
Like Degeneration X. Suck it.
Oh my god.
Because I get the feeling we're fighting these guys.
But he also wouldn't have known who they are because he only rolled an 8 for perception.
Performance?
Next
Nat 20!
20, baby!
Oh god.
One leg cocked up on the back of the seat. The other one
Thrash! as we're moving forward, Thrash is just assuming these are bad guys because rolling
He's got
around
his cartilage.
in like cloaks with like symbols on the back of them. Yeah, these guys are bad guys. Thrash hikes one leg up and like sort of leans
Morgan.
on the cart like Captain Morgan-esque and just crotch chops really hard and just screams out, "Fuck you!"
Just like a crutch trap.
He's got his
Alenza,
cart legs.
Alenza and Aldrich just look at each other, and they see the symbols on the War Mage, and the War Mage sees the symbols on their armor, and his eyes kind of go wide, and he raises his hand, and we'll call it there.
Oh yes.
That's
Cliffhanger.
I'm okay with that ending. Thrash's last action is to tell a group of dudes he's never seen to suck it.
Suck it.
I love it.
This is beautiful. Oh, that was good. That was good. Once we got past the infighting, then it was fun.
Yeah.
I will say, Fennec has an opening move for the next session because she's going to do a acrobatics check dismount.
I will ask Ori that like night's rest they had. Would that have been a long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sweet, good.
Okay, good. Whew.
Because I used an ability earlier, and I want to like be able to use it in combat.
I don't know why, but I had this mental image of like Fennec flying off the cart and like hitting one of these guys in the face like a fucking face hugger with their knives ready.
Like a head crab from Half-Life, just.
Oh my god. Wait, is Fennec a kobold?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Just her hand axe at the.
I
leg.
will say, on the token of the infighting, at least with the guards, I feel that would be apt for Thrash, who woke up in a cell that's slightly too small for him. Like,
No, it was mostly just the trying to kill my dogs, man.
I was just
Which I will be fair. I did tell Ori beforehand I was going to do that.
Well, I didn't. I wasn't expecting infighting to happen.
I was.
I
because
thought
figured-
you were gonna get stopped, and no.
I love.
Well,
I
he
love
got
that-
stopped after he did the thing. That was me who beat the shit out of him.
I love
Yeah.
that Thrash's crimes are molested a tree.
a holy tree.
I mean, of all the things you could, that's honestly
It
the
wasn't
least-
even like a sentient tree. You just like.
Okay, good.
He was really drunk, and like the tree was kind of curvy, and it was dark, and it was like green, and he's like, "Oh yeah, a female orc," and then like these druids and a
No,
dryad.
so what
came-
happened here? I'm gonna tell you what happened. So you see this tree. Right? And it looks in your drunken state like a female orc, and that is beckoning you. And like, you've got some sort of delusion going on, and you start like seeing the
Was it
tree.
the same tree that would eventually become the treant that the people in the Monday game harassed?
No, it's just literally just a tree.
Okay. You know
They
what?
run it into the plot and just like get
no,
awakened by a
Treebeard.
druid.
Oh my god. Or
No, Batty, they tortured Treebeard in the Monday game. Don't worry.
Oh no.
You can ask Engie and Drywall and Arkoff about that. They
But I
tortured
just-
the Forest of Sick Burns.
I have this
that was
image
an
in my
accident.
head that like these druids come home and there's just this like half naked orc furiously humping a tree. What the fuck? Fuck
Their
off,
sacred
can't you see
tree.
I'm busy?
Yeah, their sacred tree.
Like it's got all sorts of flags and symbolisms on it, and then like they come home and they just find
Yeah,
fucking Nero.
ancient druid.
They come home and Thrash is furiously humping it. It's like slightly glistening.
God.
All right,
Christ, we do not
anyway.
need that.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Anyways,
But yeah, no,
Sorry.
I hope that session went well and that you guys.
I
was
had a
amazing.
ton of fun. This
I did too.
is great. I can't wait to see how the consequences of Thrash DX chopping enemies comes out the next session.
And I wanted to introduce a little bit of Alenza Aldrich backstory in there as well. So
Wait,
That's good.
you cut out a little
I
bit.
said I wanted to
A little
intro
bit
a
of-
little bit of Alenza Aldrich backstory as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I like how Thrash
Alright.
spontaneously learned sign language.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, of all things. I want to go ahead and say this ahead of time. Auri, I want to give Thrash access to my character because I will not be able to play this from this weekend on. And if you want to hang out for a little bit, Nero, I will explain what my character is in full detail so you know what to do.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we'll use him as an NPC for now.
Nice.
for the
An
most part.
NPC until we get to a point where we can drop him off.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right.
So that's all. The rest of y'all can hang out if you want to hear what I have to say about my character, but that's all I needed.
We're still alive at the moment.
Oh my
Yeah.
gentle lord.
We live.
But yeah, thanks for watching, chat.
Yes.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. This has been a blast.
I've never experienced Thrash before, and I am sad that I have to go. You are a fantastic human being, and I look forward to it.
I'm glad I got to make a friend in Thrash.
Everybody is Thrash's friend. They just don't know it yet.
And
You know.
Thrash.
someone's
You got a
echoing.
friend, Thrash.
Someone's
Oh,
echoing really loud.
God, yeah. Hold on.
The reason why I want Nero to have access to my character is because his whole thing is something I get the feeling that Nero will be able to play with really well and make him bloom as a character. And he is a lawful good character who's been at the mercy of a borderline insane chaotic neutral for way too long. So technically he's been hacked a lot. And so like the 8 in the morning thing, he was supposed to play It's a Piece of Cake to Bake a Pretty Cake
Oh
on
my
full
God.
blast.
Yes.
Yes.
But
Yes.
real quick, Tiango, thank you.
Sorry.
But alright, yeah, no, and Skelly wasn't supposed to be in this, it just happened, so
I'm glad he was in here.
Skelly
I'm
is,
glad.
Skelly is never supposed to happen.
Skelly is
Skelly.
never supposed to happen. Skelly just appears.
Skelly's like the supernatural. It's something that's not supposed to happen, but it just does.
Skelly
Yeah,
is
and
Schrodinger's
also-
cat, he exists, but he doesn't at
Yeah.
the same time.
Also,
Oh my
I just
God.
realized the last action of Andres was to hold person on Thrash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
And guess what Depth has?
But
He's not going
yeah,
to.
so we'll pick up next weekend. There is no Monday game this week because we've got some people that are going to be gone, and the next Monday game will actually resume on Tuesday the 3rd because the people that are going to be gone, including myself, are still going to be gone. So we will have the next Saturday game next weekend. That Saturday will resume as normal. Just the Monday game's a bit off this next 2 weeks. So.
Yo, fuck Monday's game. Just kidding.
But yeah,
There's
so
no fuck.
thanks for watching. You can find me here and on Patreon and on Twitter, and my links are on my screen, and someone else go.
I'm Nero Napier. You can find me on Twitter at Nero Napier and on Twitch at Nero Napier.
Playing Thrash Blood Fiend Simulator 2018.
Yes. playing Thrash Blood Fiend Simulator 2018 and some other games occasionally with
Hey
people.
Nero, can you throw can you throw a link to your thing on chat because I want to follow you?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I need to make a cast
Command
for this group because I have a cast command for the Monday group. I just don't have one for
Fancy. Oh, she's so cute.
But Smooks,
He's so cute until gnomes appear.
Oh.
Smooks, your turn.
Oh, you can find me here, Twitter, and Patreon. Schmoogan. It's just Schmoogan. I do shit sometimes.
You do shit amazingly, Schmoogan.
Oh, thank you.
Follow them
Yeah.
all. Follow them all. And go to
Also-
Smoogan's Patreon as well and go follow the Smoogan.
Also, if you want to see I did a Hats Full stream with Batty, and if you want to see that, it was real good fun. You can go see it at Dirtburger.
Oh yeah, I
at
bastardized
youtube.com.
the shit out of that stream with my talk about Shu becoming the meat romancer or something like that.
Oh, that was you? Oh my
That was me.
God. You were the meat guy.
I was the meat guy.
Listen, if you want context for that, you can go and find it at Dirkburger at YouTube.com.
Oh my god, I fucking love that. And they just kept coming into my head because Shu, the way that Batty was doing his voice, the Shu was like the creepiest, most creepy motherfucker. I'm like, oh my god, he's wearing the children's body parts as a hat.
You're playing a sadistic
Alright.
hillbilly.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah, thanks for all the follows
Anyway.
and thanks for all the follows and the bits, guys, and the Patreon donation schmoogs. And we will resume Saturday game on Saturday. I will have probably a game stream on Monday night since there's no D&D. I might do Shirtless Dracula again.
Ooh.
Ooh, the best type of Dracula.
The Lords of Shadow too. I'm having trouble with a boss right now, so I might have to restart the mission. But we might do that, or I might do my Nuzlocke with Arkoff. Me and Arkoff might pick up the Nuzlocke on Monday night. I don't know yet.
Ooh.
We both just had a team
Voltron
wipe.
flip for 3 hours.
We both just had a team wipe, so we're kind of
no!
rebuilding shit.
Wait, did... Oh, you guys haven't streamed the Nuzlocke since last, so he still has his...
Yeah,
his
and I
only
still have my
title.
RK9 named finally because I finally caught one.
Yay!
Arcanine is a good girl.
Yeah, she is the best girl. But yeah, we will resume games and stuff next weekend, and there will be streams intermittently from both me, Schmoogs, and De Niro, and other people. So, bye guys.
Bye.